all of this packed into this. The new G16. Stunning views. Advanced gaming performance. Top the leaderboard. Stay effortlessly cool. G16 gaming laptop.
Another wonderful day, another wonderful beginning with heavy rains outside, but a intense scenario inside. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy once again to welcome all of you guys back at the Esports Club Arena Connect. Here we are back again with the CSGO actions for the day, and I am quite excited. But bringing you back to this desk, this is me, Darshita. Alongside me, the smiley face, which ain't smiling right now. I don't know why, but yeah, look at that smile. Come on, that's my co-caster, Zora Aiden. Hey, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing amazing, Darshita. I mean, the way you have already described the weather outside, I guess it's all the time where everyone is going to be planning to sitting inside and then playing the game. So I would really love that entire scenario. And today it's going to be very interesting. But yes, before that, Darshita, I guess you have to just look into how this entire thing has been panned out. I mean, it has
Yeah,
been wonderful. What a journey. But right now, slowly and steadily, we're already reaching towards the end times. So Kochi, we're going to be in your
yeah,
heart soon. But now,
very soon.
Dashta, you can go ahead.
Yep, we will be there very soon. But before that, as you said, a long journey. So let's just quickly have a look at the journey that we have made by so far. It all started off with the round of 32 on the 20th of July, round of 16 on 21st of July. The very first day of quarterfinals is done and dusted, and now 23rd July, right down. It's the second day of quarterfinals, after which the top four teams will be making it to the LAN that you were talking about, Kochi. In your heart itself, it's Marriott Hotel
Yay!
that we are making our way towards. 13th of August is the date, and the top four teams from quarterfinals. We got two yesterday, if I'm not wrong, and today it's going to be about two more.
That's right. That's right. I mean, and here's one thing which we all need to focus on: bragging
Mm-hmm.
rights and the
Yeah,
prize pool. The first place winners, we do know what amount they're going to be getting, but for all of our viewers, let us just quickly jog their memories through. A prize pool of total 2 lakh rupees INR. I mean, this is an amazing amount, and the huge amount of chunk going in for the side of the first place winners. So bragging rights and a
yeah,
1 lakh rupees INR check. I mean, this is just amazing. But second, third, and fourth, we haven't forgotten you at all. So who is going to be landing onto the LAN event? They are going to be getting some money onto their name. But for now, Darshita,
yeah.
we have been doing this continuously, day in, day out, that vigorous training of making everyone just aware of the QR code. There you go, on your screen. All you have to do is scan the QR code, get your free tickets, and be there on 13th August to Kochi's Marriott Hotel. That is where all of this LAN action is going to be unfolding.
Oh well, talking about actions, I remember what all is happening at the LAN event. To not forget Alienware and Intel, we have so many booths all around. You just have this chance of getting your hands on experience onto everything. Also, thanks to our talent partner Maverick as well, we have a lot of creators coming up there, so you have a chance to meet them, have a word with them, just meet and greet, ask your questions that you've been waiting to ask for so long. Also, alongside that, we have a lot of games being played. We have CSGO actions, we have Valorant actions. So altogether, it's going to be an amazing day for all you guys. So do not forget to be there. But as said about actions, what is today's actions, Eden?
Oh, today is going to be very intense.
Yeah.
Precision 1 Gaming versus Intense Gaming and Retaliation versus Pune 5. These are the two most awaited matches so that we can understand and even start building on what will happen towards the semifinals. Already, we have seen yesterday's matches. It was amazing. Aqua Gaming for the win and Fired Up Gaming for the win as well. These two teams have already qualified towards the semifinals. And right now, we are focused upon these four teams for today, and let's see who's going to be securing those spots for the semifinals. Because I am pretty excited, pretty pumped. But from here onwards, they are just getting one opportunity. But in the grand
Yeah.
finale is the place where they'll have BO3. But right now is just BO1s. So one mistake and you're out. So all that hard work which they had done, these four teams which they have done all this time, if they mess up, then no more tickets to the semifinals.
Oh, that's gonna be hurtful, right? That's gonna be hurtful. But hey, as said, Precision One Gaming and Intense Gaming to start things off. Let's just quickly have a look at the map veto as well. Today we both do not know what is happening, so it's all down to the map veto on which map are we gonna witness. To
Ah,
start
damn
things
it!
off,
I was about to give you a
Vertigo.
sneak peek.
No, I thought you did not know, but okay, if you know, I'll be waiting to see which map it is. And hey, you have a sneak peek of Inferno? Why didn't you tell me about this prior?
I mean, I would have, but Inferno is a favorite map, so I wanted you
Yeah,
to
it
figure it out
is.
all by yourself, looking at all of these map bans. But yes, Decider being in Inferno on CT side is where Precision 1 game is going to be starting. So let's see what kind of an advantage they're going to be building for themselves. But on the other hand, Intense Gaming, they're going to be the T side for
Mm-hmm.
this first map. So fingers crossed. Let's see how the entire battle goes in, because I'm very excited on to seeing who's going to be securing that position towards the semifinals. Are you, Darshita?
Definitely, definitely. All these hard work, all these days of putting your all in for this spot, it is gonna be very, very interesting. But hey, no more wait at all. We are just gonna directly head towards the very first match itself. Ladies and gentlemen, Alienware and Intel presents TEC Arena Connect Kochi Online Qualifiers Quarterfinals Best of One. This is the match that we are talking about. And to start things off, it is Jimmy who has to say a very early goodbye. But at the same time, Gunny, he comes up and he gets traded as well. So overall, Equac going down means the numbers are in the favors of CT. Oh, they were?
It is. It was a
They were.
haywire. What a way to start a round. I mean, getting all those pistol rounds first and then after that going for the bonus. This is beneficial for Intense Gaming. And Intense Gaming is not here to play around. They want to secure that spot instantaneously. And on the other hand, Precision 1, they have already lost the first pistol round. Right now, investing onto those pistols, getting those one-shot headshot weapons, Deeks. That's right, and a 417 flash coming in towards Bananas. Just trying to clear all of that line of sights. Intense Gaming does want to aggress forward, but Prad is going to be the lad holding that nade in his hand, trying to delay whatever push comes in from Bananas.
Danny on the other side. Quite a vulnerable spot overall. It goes down to two of the players having a chunk of damage,
Oh,
but Equac. Well, what a way to start off things. As soon as he finds one, he gets traded off there and there, but still, it's going to be a doable situation for the sides of Intense Gaming. Looking at what weaponaries they do have to play around, Aiden, I feel it's looking good for them.
that's right. It is looking good for them. Prad holding a very peculiar angle there, but he's going to be instantly shut down. The site needs to be gained in action. The C4 needs to be planted, but apparently both of these players are just confused on to what needs to be done. But Jimmy Monster, the precision he has with all of these weapons, upgrading that pistol with a deagle is going to be a wise option. But another round does roll in for the side of Intense Gaming, but at what cost? Three men have already fallen from their end, so I
Yeah,
feel that the buy can slowly crumble in. They can still squeeze in some weapons. As you can
yeah,
see, Danny and Jimmy are going for the Mac 10s, like the same old weapon they had. But there you go. Wickets does have a color in his hand, which you can understand by just seeing it and come to a derivation that they are having a crunch. But next round, they can literally bring in good weapons, but that's all that is. And on the other hand, Pog, no weaponry advantage. Have
Oh,
the SEZs, and that's pretty much it.
Jimmy, they're not the best of that timing, actually. And he goes down. So is the case with Wicked. He goes down in the hands of Gunny, and now it's all down to three people: Sequack, Danny, and Aju. I'll still say it's doable looking at how things are panning out, but Gunny here can be a big difference maker. Danny finds one out of Wolfie, and it all goes down to Gunny being the last man standing. Out here, will he be able to change anything? Is still the question. He needs to make his way towards the B side as the bomb is being planted towards B, right from the CT spawn. Is trying to go a bit further, but hey, no, it's all about the exit frags that we are talking about. Gunny finds one onto Danny, shuts him down. Two more players. He does not have a defusal kit, which means there's no time for him to actually go and get two people down and get the defusal done. He will be sticking towards getting those exit frags, but will he be able to convert? He got one, but that's all he could have before going down. With that, to start things off, it is looking good for the sides of team intense gaming. I mean, they are getting rounds back to back, but here's the thing: they are losing out on a lot of number. Two consecutive rounds, they've lost three people back to back, and we know, right, to maintain that economy, the players needs to be there, the numbers needs to be there. So intense gaming, they do have an economy for this specific round again, but the players losing down is something they need to be careful about.
That's right, they have to be. But Jimmy, again, departing at this point, is just going to be giving Pog an edge onto holding, onto getting the map control. And as you can see, three players are stacked towards side B and two holding very crucial angles towards side A. One towards the arches, the other towards the pit area, which means
Ooh,
all of the pushes,
Danny!
whichever comes from the apps area, it's going to be taken down by Storm. But one player just caught off guard with that flash right in front of him, has turned out to be a
Oh,
bad fate for the
almost.
side of Intense. It's just down to these two men, Aju and Wickeds. Oh, it looks problematic for them eventually because the seafood is all the way towards his T spawn. And Wickeds, he does have an AK 47. He can make a difference here, but against five people with all HPs, I mean, it's going to be tough for him to even go for one or two fights. A counter smoke has been provided from the side of Pog, which means the visions are going to be denied. Last man standing towards a half wall, wickets, checking all the corners. The smoke's going to fade away. And at the end, Prad is just going to be hitting those headshots right on target. One round, finally, which is going to be a chain breaker for the side of Intense Gaming. Precision one, trying to get back into the game with good amount of economy on their hands. I mean,
Yep,
previous round, all five members were alive. This is the impact that having men, having the man count advantage holds in this game.
that is definitely the case, as said a while ago, right? So it's going to be very important for you to actually hold on to those numbers, but start top three players, four players, done
Oh,
and dusted.
Wolfie,
Wolfie
nice.
is on to fire right now. He is just gaining those players back to back, and he is up with three already onto his name. It's all down to Jimmy being the last one to survive. But the thing is, will he be able to change anything? He is just so down, left all alone with 47 chunk of his health, and it's going to be very, very difficult for Jimmy to clutch out of the situation. Well, it's him going down. And once again, look at Precision One Gaming. They started it off very late. They got two back-to-back rounds for themselves, but they did not lose onto those numbers. Two back-to-back rounds, no player lost, which means their economy is going to get boosted up. It's going to get builded up way too good. On the other side, talking about intense gaming once again, it is not looking good for them. This round, again, look at what investments have been made. So again and again, it is getting. Look at Wicked and Equag. They've been going down so low just due to utils. And Wolfie to start things off, he finds one onto Jimmy. Wolfie converts three once again. This man is just on fire and he is not stopping. The previous round he had a 3 key out of his name, and this round again to start things off, Wolfie is looking so good.
That's right. Wolfie is way too consistent. He has a weaponry advantage against his enemies, and right now he's just capitalizing all over it. And right now, Equac does manage to get one player, which is going to be Prad, and that's pretty much it. Aju, on the other hand, trying to get those Tech 9 shots right on target, but that's it. That's the max he can do. These two players, Equac and Aju, with such low HP, even if they go for a battle, even if they go for a fight, it's just going to be their death real soon. But trade game is what they're looking for. Aju upgrading his weapon to an AK-47,
Yeah.
and slowly, steadily, just holding the angles towards arches, trying to get one or two picks. Because if they're going to be killing the opponents here, it's going to be beneficial for them. Because Pog again has to invest onto those weapons, and if they're going to be surviving, if they are alive, only Prad needs to invest. And Prad has a hefty amount in his pocket. He doesn't even have to loan anything. 6,000 in his pocket, which means he can bring in all of those ARs, bringing the Kevlar and helmet alongside the utilities as well. But right now, Aju being the last man standing, he needs to go for a post plant as well. But in that corner, tucked in, I don't think so he will be able to do that. That said, he's going to be taken down as well. Pog, the way they're aggressing at this point, with the amount of money they have, this is solid for them. It's a really good start. I mean, initially it was wobbly, but right
Mm-hmm.
now they're on a really good grip onto this match. But on the other
Yeah.
hand, Intense, their bank balance has intensely dropped. Equac with zero, Jimmy with double digits, and the others are also in the same track. They have to win this particular round. That's the reason they have taken this time out, just to reconsider on to how they have to use this buy in particular.
It is important for them, isn't it? I mean, looking at what all they have onto right now, Equag is up with $0, 350, 150, and 150. That's all. But when we come down to the other side, you look, 7,000 is the max, and minimum it's like 3,700 again. So it's like more than enough, right? These people have built up such a good economy right now, and
They
intense
can play on
gaming.
bonuses now.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So, intense gaming again is going to be a very important round. A lot of investments have been made, and a return needs to come no matter what. For now, Banana will not definitely be that place where we do see the actions unfolding, but on the other sides, the players. Equac making his way towards the boilers, trying to go in towards the A side. There still are two players who are holding that A side. You can
Oh,
see
good smokes.
down the balcony near the arc. There are still those players who are holding, but to start things off, who will be the very first player going down? Danny is down to 72 chunks of his health, but at the same time, Grut, oh, Jimmy, he finds one onto Grut and he shuts him down. But to trade this off, Wolfie is once again into action. Consecutive rounds back and forth. Wolfie is just looking so good. Calls Clear, takes down Jimmy. Wolfie punishes Wicked once again, and it's only three on his name. Man, this lad is just so crazy. Every round, Aiden, every round, you see Wolfie, he is not converting one but three consecutively. The previous round, it was
That's right.
definitely about the weapon difference that we were talking about, but this time it wasn't even the weapon difference. Now Wolfie is up with that op, and I don't know what more he's gonna do.
I mean, he's going to be peaking mid, that's for sure,
Yeah.
holding very cheeky angles, holding those pixelated spots, and that will be wonderful. I mean, squeeze out the max of the weapon will be his sole mission. And right now, missing the first shot, he did manage to spot one, but ended up doing no damage whatsoever. Intense, they have to somewhere bag in this particular round. They have gone in for those semi buys, upgrading to those one tap headshot deeks. I hope it's gonna be a deep day for Intense because it's not looking good for even an AR to be in their hands. But at this point, Wicket's trying to get one or two shots, but at the end, it's gonna be shut down. Godslayer, two kills already on his name. Prad, he's also gonna be tagging alongside his teammate. Oh, the situations for the side of Intense has already fallen down, crumbled. Only two men standing, Jimmy and Danny. Oh, scratch that. Danny being the last man standing with the C4 in the mid part. If Wolfie spots him, he is done for because the sewage area is where Danny is
Oh,
holding, trying to
two
get one or two
players.
picks. But the flank is so on point. But Danny, he wants to pick one or two players at this point. trying to squeeze in the maximum value of that deagle, but at the end is going to be ending up with the fate of USPs. It was a pistol v pistol, but initially the damage that was dealt was with an M4, so I wouldn't call it a fair fight.
Oh, well, definitely. Definitely you won't. But hey, here's one more thing. Precision One Gaming has got 5 rounds for them. At the same time, to start things off, it was a 0-3 scoreline that we were talking about. So it
That's
means
right.
5 consecutive rounds. Also, to brief more about the same, they were having 3 rounds with all the players up, which means it is just looking so good for them. Look at the
No.
aggression. Godslayer with that flash at the same time, but Danny, he goes down as soon as he finds one, and the numbers have come to an equalizer once again. A 4 versus 4 with 2 players having an op. Now, Equac that he has invested onto that op, he needs at least 1 or 2 from here on. But at the same time, Wolfie is also ready with that op. So it just can be anyone's game here on. Talking about the execution once again towards A, I do see these players making a way, but they've been backed off and they are making their way towards Banana. But Trad, his location. Oh, his location. Is it compromised? I don't feel like it is. He's holding a close by vicinity, and this can be deadly. It is. He finds one
Oh.
to start things off, but Jimmy instantly trades him back to go down to a 3 versus 3.
See, the information here, Darshita, is very crucial.
Yep.
Danny did manage to get one kill there, and he did see the C4 drop as well, which means the information has already been relayed that it's gonna be
Oh,
calling all the way towards side B. And this kill from the side of Equac will just make things very easy for the side of Intense. He is consistent with this weapon. I mean, talking about the previous games as well, he has played it so well. But right now, he
ooh.
does manage to get another kill onto his name. And that's it. Wolfie being the last man standing in this peer pressure situation, with down with just 41 HP, does manage to get one with the AK-47. But oh, Wolfie! He's gonna be taken
Almost.
down. Jimmy Monster, what a way to back your teammate. He knew Equac was in a very tough situation, and at the end, with the quad section which he had held with that AK-47, capitalized it and shutting down the hopes of Pog to get that round by a defusal. This is good. This is good for the side of Intense. This will slowly build the confidence and slowly build their economy as well. Getting the W's is important, but if you consecutively have the losses, then the loss bonus stacks in, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, you'll only have money after you get someone killed. That's it. But right now, a
Start
good
things.
good
Yep.
approach towards the bananas itself, trying to capture most of the map control, trying to just push the CP towards the back ends. And Prad
Wait,
tried to be
what?
the smart one here through the smoke. He wanted to spray and pray, but M4 is not the weapon you do it with. You have to have a silenced weapon to get that thing done, to accomplish that mission.
A lot of actions that has just happened towards the banana, but for now, this position will be sold off. Oh, Gunny!
Oh,
He
last moment
gets
and miss.
denied from the sides of Wicked. The way he just hit those head and he popped off those head, it was just looking precise. Coming down to the site execution, the site is completely under the control and the bomb has been planted towards A side. There's one player AJ. Look at him! Look at him! Wolfie he just comes up, he shuts down AJ. He was holding that banana position, expecting both of these players, but he gets shut down instead. And now coming down to side once again, Danny will be holding an aggro position. Why? Danny, he also gets denied, and it is down to all these 3 players. Equack shuts down Wolfie, but again, Godslayer being the last one. What more can he pull off? Well, for now, I feel it's going to be a safe call from his end. He will definitely be going in for that save. Standing right towards it, Logs, will he be able to find 1 on 2? Oh,
No,
does he
this
has
might
the
be close.
chance?
This
It
might
was
be close.
close!
He's
Close!
safe.
So close!
Precision One has the money to get a full buy in this round as well.
Yeah.
So, Intense Gaming, be aware this can be Precision One's game, but at the end, I feel that Intense is going to be bringing the fire onto this round so that they can at least attain the lead which they had earlier round. Right now, Danny aggressing all of those mollies are going to be beneficial, but it's just digging your own grave. Why? I mean, it should have been a bit deeper. I guess it might be a miss. Miss throw, miss lineup coming in there, but it's all right. Right now, it's perfect. Getting all of those corners towards the sandbag as well, trying to just flush down any player from the side of Pog, whoever is holding there. But Prad, being a smarter one, holding a far angle at this point towards the B long section. But all of the players from the side of Intense are moving towards side A. Only one player who's holding a very crucial spot, that is the pit area, is going to be important, is going to be beneficial for the side of Pog. But if he screws up, then the entire site will be at the
Uh-oh.
disposal of Intense.
They need to be careful at this point of time. To start things off, Equack has converted one with that op into his hand, but Gunny and his position. I mean, he's holding pet for now. Oh,
Oh, that made
what?
so
Gunny!
big.
No way! He just converts to Age who finds the last one, but hey, the highlight is Gunny here with that nade. It's not even about that one player, but two. I mean, what in the world is that way to shut down your enemies?
I mean,
Oh my god.
that's his precision one being precise. Right now, Dashita, it looks
Yeah.
pretty sad for the side of Fog. I mean, the weapons have already come down. Only one person playing with the M4, and the others with the Deagles. Gat going in with that SMG. That's the max he could squeeze out. And with just $50 in his pocket, he couldn't even get a decoy with that. So, I mean, if he would, it would have been a better scenario because he could have literally faked a spot. But I mean, right now everyone is very, very smart that they would know that it's a decoy which is just ringing in that corner. But all of this team slowly trying to gain the map control, but Intense, do they have an idea that two players are stacked towards this particular column, which is the B long area, and the other slowly moving in towards the coffins? It's a good cross. And if Intense Gaming plans on to executing side B, then two or three players are just gonna be going down.
Oh, oh.
But Wolfie, he has the control towards the mid, does manage to spot one head. That Deagle shot do be crazy. And again, such things are going to be arising. Danny, are you close? Do you know that there's another player playing towards the coffin area? The flashes are going to be coming in. And there you go. Capitalization. But Aju retaliates here, takes the vengeance of his own teammate. And Wolfie and Gan being the last two-man standing.
Oh, oh. Okay. Okay. To end things off, the way it all started, it has to be Equac once again with that top shot. A bit messed up round, I would say, but again, looking at what economy was for the sides of POG, it was actually not looking good. So, again, it is a good round that rolls in for the sides of Team Intense Gaming. But here's the thing. Once again, coming down to the 13th round, it's going to be a full buy for them. To be very honest, the way Aju has been finding those frags back to back, the way Equac has been shutting down his enemies with those op shots, it is being looking good. But on the other side, if you talk about POG right now, they will be going in for a tactical timeout. Now, it is very, very important. We've talked about it a number of times, and they know that coming back to this round, when they are making those investments, they do not want it to go in vain, because if not, here again, loss bonus is something you cannot rely on to again and again. So precision one gaming, let's see what this rounds more or less looks like it for them. But yeah, for the sides of intense gaming, to start things off, looking at the economy, looking at the buy, it is definitely looking good. But quick push coming towards the banana itself is ready to start things off. Jimmy finds one onto Wolfie, cuts him down, but instantly Pratt shuts down Jimmy. There goes a flash as well to shut down Prad. Aju comes up on the top, and it all goes down to the four surviving player. Jimmy, yes, he went down too early, but that I feel is completely fine for now.
It is. It was a fair trade. I mean, more than trade, it was a frag as well. The potential does arise a lot, but at this point, taking such fights are just going to be costing this entire team. Gat did manage to take a nade there, and with that said, The C4 is just going to be moving in towards site A because there's no one present there. Getting that information that last player standing is towards banana was very crucial. This is going to give the site access, and Gat, he did upgrade his weapon towards the banana section, and it is an AK-47 in his hand. Kalashnikov and Aju wickets holding two peculiar angle, one towards the graveyard, the other towards the pit areas. This is not a good cross. Literally, Gat has to flick in order to get a target, but Wickets is just going to be ending things for the favor of Intense Gaming. They are in the game. We did see them fumble after third round. They couldn't get anything. They couldn't convert anything towards their corners. But now look at the lead they have, 3 points. That's right, 3 points alongside the economy as well onto their names. Leaving Equac. Equac is a heavy. He's a spendthrift. Every single time you see him, he has very low economy left onto himself. Every single time investing onto those ops and even getting a good return as well. So I mean, you have to be equac, but you have to even be
Oh
the
yeah.
person who's going to be hiding in that cubby, who will be taken down like a storm. Danny being so sound from his mind. Wolfie, oh boy, we have seen him do
Oh.
wonders in this spot, and the first shot comes in, and Wickets is going to be taken down with that deagle in the hands of Wolfie. 3v3 is what the situation looks like, but the weapons, I mean, it's very less for the hands of Pog. All of them have the deagles, so one shot, headshot, that's the max they can do. If they go for sprays, it's not going to be helping them. So is the situation in that spot. Jani was
Oh.
just taken down by surprise. He didn't know that the player is rotating in from the section of ruins, and at the end, Equac getting a fine shot, squeezing the value which he had invested in the previous round. And look at that. He's slowly developing this, slowly developing the economy onto his name so that he can again buy the op.
Yep. God Slayer. It's God Slayer who's up with that op onto his name. Rest all players again investing here and there, left and right. Onto the other side, it's gonna be Equag, but hey, God Slayer comes up on the top this time and he shuts down his opponent opper. That is Equag. As soon as Equag goes down, it's all goes down to Danny and the op once again. Three players with that AK1 with op now. This is a bit risky call to be very honest, but you never know what changes from here on. We can have our eyes on to. About the execution, banana is where I do see these players. No one holding logs for now. A bit aggressive towards banana, going towards the sandbag and might make their way towards the B side. But the smoke is something that is just making them wait for now. They have to wait for a while. On the other side, you see there's one player who's fighting towards the A side as well. So it's a bit of a split call that we are having our eyes on to, but that player needs to be careful. The numbers have already faltered down and he needs to stick with his team back there. Three players onto the A side. B, it's all about those two players. So this is gonna be a very risky call and they need to make sure time is their best friend because hey look, it's just about those 30 seconds right now. 30 seconds and executing into just three people. It's gonna be a very risky call. Intense gaming, things aren't actually looking that good for them. And as soon as they try to enter the side, they just get denied. Aju goes down, Danny goes down, Wolfie shuts down Jimmy through the smoke, and 6-9 is where we end our first half onto. This would have been a 5-10, but to start things off, it was Godslayer who took down Equac with that op itself, and then it was all about those bodies falling here and there.
That's right. I mean, right now talking about Wolfie, I mean he's way too consistent. Already 20 kills onto his name.
20.
He's hitting those numbers so well, so confident. Every single time we see him, he's always converting things onto his own hands. He's getting those frags for his team, getting the better of the situation. And right now, the switch of pace, which means Intense is now going to be the CT side, and Pog, they have to somewhere down the line just channel down all of those energies that they have and move in towards one of the sides, go in for the plant, which seems an odd deal because Prad has finally gotten a kill onto an opponent, and Gat, this is a good dual partnership. And right now, Wolfie still having the numbers game onto his name. Danny being the last man standing with the USP, he needs to do wonders. Clutch and go for a defusal. This seems a lot tougher than I expected, and Prad is going to be ending things for the side of Pog. 7-9, and from here the bonus goes in for the side of Precision 1, and they're going to be bringing good amount of weapons for this particular round so that they can easily equalize those numbers which Intense Gaming had gained in the previous half.
A good start once again overall, and a heavy investment at the same time, which means all oh wait okay, all the five players staying together, going a bit aggressive towards the A. They just want to go all ham towards their enemy. They know it's gonna be a good investment being made to start things off. Gunny finds one back, cuts him down. One, two,
Oh,
three. Before he goes down into the hands of Jimmy, he has done a lot of damage, but the site is completely open for business, and that's gonna be a B execution. Four players standing strong. Gunny, the way he's been departed out here, I feel that's completely okay. He already has three before he went down, and now that the bomb also gets planted, it's gonna be very, very difficult. Intense Gaming, two remaining players. One weapon has definitely been retrieved, and I feel they'll be trying to go in and avoid those fights. Jimmy goes down. It's all down to Wicked. Couldn't do anything more as he goes down into the hands of God's Slayer, and it's a 8-9 scoreline. So, here's one thing, Aiden. I don't know what it is actually, but again, the map of Inferno and the T side, it has something in between.
yeah, it has some good tone in the between. That's right. I mean, being the T side, trying to capitalize, trying to know what the opponents do, that's a huge, huge advantage. And right now, the advantage is just going to be capsized. And if Godslayer managed to get one or two kills, oh, Jimmy Monster, come on. If you hold that
It's
angle, it's
again
going to be very common. But yes,
every
talking about
time.
this
Okay.
entire execution, that counter smoke is always going to be buying time for the side of CTs. 18 seconds, that's what the ask is. And again, the counter smoke, which means another 18 seconds. And here, the visions being denied is just going to be helping the CT side on to delaying the push which comes in from the side of T. Godslayer still find the pixels, being the smart one. He would know that if someone swings there, he can easily capitalize. But Equack gets the first, gets the second as well. But a good crossfire being set up. Jimmy being in the corner, but Wolfie, he's always going to be the smart one. The numbers are in the advantage of Fog, and the site execution is going to be done. Gat holding the same position. So is his teammate. This might be bad because one nade is all it will take, and both these players are going to be taken down by Storm. Wolfie already down to his HP, 5 HP. It's very less. All you need is one nade and you're done. Even Molly's 1 second effect is going to kill him. So, better luck. But yes, he would not need it. Intensity is not even planning on to investing in this particular round. They don't even want to fight for those last players who are surviving. And the bomb being ticked, the scoreline being 9-9. Like I mentioned, Dashita, this is the equalizer which they wanted, and they very well got it as well. Only two players which were remaining, which is Danny and Aju. They have the money to at least get those utilities for this specific round. Even if Aju invests in a diffusal kit, it's going to be beneficial. Because if he dies, he can at least help one of his teammates onto picking the diffusal kit and giving the leeway of diffusing the bomb in 5 seconds. So that is one benefit. But at the end, it's only one player, Danny, holding the diffusal kit. But right now, the weapons look really strong for the side of Pog. So this round might be in their favor. But let's see how this entire thing pans out. Because Intense might give a tough fight here.
Mm-hmm. They might.
No way.
Jimmy, no! He was holding a close position out there, gets denied, but Wicked is looking good, but just once. Wolfie and Godslayer, they shut down H2 and Wicked. Equack finds one onto God's Lair.
Oh,
No way. He shuts down Trad as well. And now it's all down to Equack and Danny. Well, Equack has to go down, but Danny has a big responsibility out here. Pit is what he is holding. Oh, sorry, my bad. He is trying to make his way towards the A side. Pit is what one player from the sides of POG is holding, and the bomb eventually gets planted. He needs to
oh,
be
this is
careful.
smart.
He needs to check all the positions out there, but he's making his way towards up. He is trying to go in for a different approach. He finds one onto Wolfie. He has a diffusal kit, which means it is doable. Does he just see? He just witnessed those pixels out there. He will be going in for a tap. He shuts
Oh,
down Kani. He clutches it for his team. Danny! His team needed him the
what a way
most.
to end things. What a
Exactly,
way
his
to
team
end things,
needed him
Darshita.
the most.
That was a very smart thing coming in from his end, and now here I thought he might be caught with his pants down, but Danny, the way the presence of mind he had, switched to an AR and then got two kills consecutively and a defuse nonetheless. That defusal kit was his boon, and he somewhere capitalized it so well. I mean, kudos and hats off to him. Right now, everyone has been seen. Okay, Jimmy finally has invested onto that diffusal kit because he has seen the importance of it. Because the time was slipping away, and Precision won. All they had to do is stall. That's it. Jiggle peek, jump around, trying to give that information that he is present in that corner. And at the end, Danny had to bring the fight onto the table, but at the it was too easy for him to clutch. It was way too easy for him to clutch. The mistakes being made is going to be costing the entire team, and match pause will help Precision One to literally get their heads back into the game, to not make those mistakes again. But you know what, Darshita, we don't
Yeah,
want our audience to make the same mistake and not go to the Kochi's LAN event. All you guys have to do is scan the QR code and you can get your free ticket so that you can head towards the LAN and witness it live right in front of your eyes. So your opportunity, grab a phone, scan the QR code, and that's it. And there's even a link available in the description to get your free
yep.
tickets as well. So go ahead and grab them. But who's going to be grabbing this particular round, Ashita? I want to know it from your end.
More or less, it feels like Precision One might just have their hands onto this win. Coming down to previous round, Danny, he had that confident. His team needed him the most and he clutched.
True.
But again, it all went down to Danny being the last person surviving, and it was a 1v2 call. It would have been went the other way as well. So it was a risky call again. So intense gaming, they actually need to be careful here. And on the sides of Precision One Gaming, the way things have started off, 6-9 was the half that we were talking about. They got three consecutive rounds. It would have been four, but Danny being doing what he is best at, he got it for his entire team. Wolfie on the other side, from the sides of Precision One Gaming, I mean, come on, 26 kills is what he already has. Kani with 14, Kotslayer with 9, Grut with 8, Brad with 13. This is actually looking good. On the other sides, we have Equack with 17, Danny with 15, Aju with 11, Jimmy with 10, and Wickeds with 7. So, overall, it's been looking good. A close match is definitely what we expect when it comes down to, quarterfinals, semifinals, grand finals. But Kochi, from the start itself, it has been very, very close. So I don't know. We have seen overtimes going in the previous, round of 13, round of 32, and 16 as well. So it can go anyway. But to start things off in this round, once again, it's going to be a lot of util dump at the banana.
That's right. Util being dumped, and those visions are denied for 18 more seconds. Intense, trying to create a very peculiar angle here. Oh, that one pixel which is there towards the Hobbit area, you can easily check those cubby angles. And Jimmy starting things off on a better note, and Equack just piling right on top of that. Intense, trying to build the lead which they have created and trying to squeeze in the max, being the CT side. The execution seemed way too tough now. Gat and Pratt being the last two men standing, trying to make a difference here. The smokes are going to be denying the vision towards the B-long section, but right now Aju is trying to capitalize the last man standing, which is Gat. against Jimmy Monster, and Wickets might seem an ordeal. He has already backed himself towards the Hobbit section, and if by chance Jimmy just spots him there, he can literally take him down. The flash is gonna be popped, and Gat, in a very peculiar situation, with that AK-47 in his hand, does manage to get one kill, but 12 HP on his name, but he doesn't see the back. Wickets is going to be capitalizing this, and he doesn't have a defusal kit. Come on, go get one. He does, and 5
He
seconds is
does.
all he needs. And this round is in the favor of Intense Gaming. What a way to finish things off. I mean, that presence of mind should have been there for the side of Pog, and he should have known that the opponent is coming in from the side of Belong. But why, Gat? Why did you have to just give away your position? I mean, the information was relayed, that is for sure. But
Yep.
at least hold a pixel, which could have been capitalizing for your end. But Intense already hitting the double digit, and right now just trying to head smooth sailing in towards the match point. Real
9
soon though.
11. 2 rounds of differentiate, right? 2 rounds of differentiate is what we can make it to. But right now, this can be three. As looking at what investments have been made from the sides of Precision One Gaming, it's a bit difficult to start things off once again. Wicked, oh my god, Jimmy! Both of them having 2-2 onto their names, and it's all down to Wolfie in just few seconds left and right before even he could spot that player. He goes down to the hands of Jimmy, and that's more and less about that specific round. A very quick round for the sides of Intense Gaming. I mean, the way it all started, before even I could mention what economy is, what weapons they've been holding. It all started with Wicket finding not just one, he shut down two players, Jimmy converted two, and the last one as well, and more or less the round was completely over there and there.
That's right. I mean, these are the things which you don't have to pile up on. And Pog, the way they're trying to execute sites is very wrong. They're going for a very knucklehead approach, and that is not helping them. Intense knows what's coming next, and they're literally
Yeah,
capitalizing on all of those things. Holding just peculiar angles, holding pit areas just to stop the push of A. Getting that early information is actually beneficial for the side of Intense. They're doing it very well. But on the other hand, Pog, come on, you have to stop doing this brutal knucklehead approach. You have to literally slow down, tone down,
Danny.
get one or two, and then plan on to executing the site. And
Danny!
Danny, every single time, this one-way smoke is
No!
just helping Intense Gaming onto capitalizing this situation, this push which is coming in from the side of Banana section, and Gat being the last man standing again with a deagle. He's not going to be able to do much, and that's it. Aju just getting all of that thing done towards Bananas, and Equack, 3 kills already onto his name. He is trying to make a difference here. Previously, it was Wolfie for the side of Precision One. When he was in the CT side, he did all of these
Mm-hmm.
things, but right now, Equack for the side of Intense is just doing the heavy lifting and capitalizing, getting those hat tricks onto his name. And look at the trading potential this entire team has. Everyone is sitting on a very decent score, except for Wickets. Wickets on 10th kill already. But let's see in this round what he does, because
Oh,
Aju already starting things
Aju!
off with the nade. I mean, the utility is one thing which is so strong from the side of Intense. They know where to aim, they know where the lineup should be, and this support coming in has been a fall side. It has been a downfall. Danny was holding a very aggressive angle, waiting for his teammate to flash for him, but at the end, it was the capitalization coming in from the side of Pog.
It's looking a bit difficult for the sides of POG right now. Because look at one of those players down with 42. Yes, he has converted one onto his name, but again, when it goes down to the CT side, holding angles is what they are more focused towards. Now, Jimmy is holding that pit angle, he's having his eyes towards the balcony as well, even if a player tries to approach. But where the players are making their way, well, they are towards the A itself. So, Jimmy needs to be a bit careful down to the balcony itself. Equack finds one. Jimmy, one more conversion. Equack to put the last nail into the coffin and to end things all. Once again, Intense Gaming I mean, coming down to the T side, when in the first half itself, if I talk about it, Intense Gaming were losing few rounds here and there, and they were making those small mistakes. But now, look how good the coordination is. Look how good the team comms look like. I mean, it was just one com needed, and all the players were ready to get in and give that backup. Just one or two players lost, but again, 14th round is what they have, and the economy is actually looking good. So, two more rounds is all that they need, and this round again the sides of POG not looking that great.
One Galil, one AK, and rest all of them just holding with the Deagles. It's already so tough for them. But
Oh,
Brad trying to make the difference, trying to get the side control. Already two tracks onto his name, but the pit section.
Jimmy!
Every single time they're not looking at this particular spot. Why is that so, Paul? Why is it so hard to look in that corner? And right now, they do have the man count advantage. But those flanks are just coming in, and Wolfie just shutting down the hopes for Intense to get the match point. Danny being the last man standing. We have seen him do wonders. But right now, it doesn't seem like he can get the edge of the scenario because three people remaining from the side of Paul can actually be a lot of trouble because Wolfie is still alive and the others holding a very cheeky angle in one of those corners, one right beneath Danny.
Oh,
Danny getting the second kill, but does he know?
no!
Does he know that Danny
Oh,
is sitting there in the smaller pit section? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And Precision One finally hitting those double digits all time along, just waiting. And Brad being the lad, the mad gunner here, provided the side access, side control. But Jimmy, what a difference he makes in that corner, man. Like, my oh my.
yep, he does. He does. Also, I have to give it to Danny as well. Whenever it's the ask about those clutches, you'll see Danny stepping up. He got two. The last one position was a bit different to what he expected, but again, to start things off, Wolfie and Wolfie's Splash both will be so helpful to shut down two players. But Equac once again with that op is looking good. He finds one to start things off and he shuts him down. Now it's just about all these three players. Godslayer enters the site, shuts down the sides of Equac, which means Danny and Aju have a big job to do, have a big responsibility on their name. And what will be the call? Well, is it a
Oh,
save?
they're saving.
Yeah, it is. It
They
is
are
an
saving.
instant save that they are looking forward to. As as soon as the player tried to actually go towards the side itself, there was Molly right exactly down there, and the decision was like, no, let's not overcome it. Let's not go into a 2v3 situation. Rather go in for a save and get the best of us in the next round itself. But again, to this round, it has been looking so good for Wolfie to start things off. It was actually looking good, and it's the 11th one on board for the sides of the Precision One Gaming. The difference which has been created is just getting low here. I mean, it's all just about those three rounds differentiate. And talking about the tactical, okay, there's a tactical timeout being called off from the sides of Intense Gaming, but at the same time, economy is something which is not that great for them. Wickets, will he be going in for that op, or will that be Danny or Equac? I feel that should be Equac the way he's been performing, but it either can be Danny as well.
Oh, the secondary offer is what they're looking for, and Danny has been there for all of those clutch rounds. So I feel he's the
Yeah,
better person here in this scenario. But looking at this round, the economy, like you mentioned, is already crumbled. So they're just going in for some saves itself. That will be the best bet. And on the other hand, Precision One, the way they're just taking sites by storm,
Jimmy.
Intense needs to
Okay.
understand this. They need to understand what is happening. Jimmy just trying to
Oh,
flex
okay.
the way he can swap weapons
Yeah.
and the knife simultaneously. That's good. But Danny, he could have made a difference here, but at the end, he couldn't. He could have landed one shot onto his opponent, and Pride would have been the first victim of the op. But seems like the entire course of action is going to be delayed. The C4 being dropped towards the deep corners of bananas. The late round execution can soon begin, but the smokes are going to be hindering in towards the arches area. But the Molly, this is smart. They knew that one player is always capitalizing in that corner, and he's going to be flushed out. But Godslayer getting the better of the situation. Jimmy, being the instant retaliator that he is, does manage to shut down Godslayer, but Danny has taken a lot of damage. A lot of damage in the first start of the round itself. But still manages to hit those shots. This is
Look at
bad.
Equac.
I mean, with
Yeah,
such low investments, Fog is not able to capitalize. I mean, this is a grave mistake from their end. I mean, all this time when they were rushing in towards side, it was pretty smart. They were doing it in a wiser way. But then I don't know why they ended up doing the split push and they failed miserably. Intense Gaming, Darshita, they already are on match point and they have a good
yeah.
economy as well. But on the other hand, Precision One, they are running down. They are literally with those last dollars in their pockets. And if this round goes south for them, then I guess God may help them in the next following tournament.
Yeah, definitely. They've invested everything that they had because this might just be the last round. It all depends upon what Intense Gaming is planning. But here's the thing, if you give this advantage to POG, they definitely are going to take this further to an overtime here on. So they need to be very, very careful. Intense Gaming, again, to you guys, is going to be a very important round. And if you miss out on this one, Equac, just waiting for that right opportunity. Boilers, if there's one player who comes a bit aggressive,
Oh,
he just might
come
get
on.
punished. But Smoke, look at that smoke. It's just saving so much out there. Slayer to start things off. He pops the head down for wickets, but Equax waiting for that opportunity. Gains one,
Oh,
gains two before he goes down. And that is what Patience gave him. Two frags in return, and it all goes down to Danny being the last surviving player out here. The site is completely open for business, and Danny once again has a responsibility onto the shoulder. It's one versus three clutch that we've been asking about. One player holding pit, one inside the site itself. Oh, to start things off, he finds one to God Slayer,
oh.
but Gunny from that pit, he denies everything to Danny and he shuts him down. But Equag being patient here got him so much. Not just one, but he converted two before he went down. So timing, we keep talking about timing. Patience is something you need to have, and with that patient, Equac knew that there are players around. He heard the sounds of bullets getting exchanged as well, and that's where he capitalized over this entire. Yeah, he capitalized over those frags, but it didn't change the fact that Precision One Gaming was actually looking good in that round.
That's right, they were. And Danny right now holding an aggressive angle towards the car section. He knows that there's going to be a lot of mollies coming in, but still just trying to gamble at that point. And Jim also holding way too close. Now every single player from the side of Intense is going to be falling back, holding the site, trying to lure the opponents into the site and getting those one taps onto their heads. That will be the best bets because they have the pistols, and every single one of them trying to just hold their ground, hold the fort. The C4 moving
Yeah,
in towards the apps area, and it is gonna be heading towards site A itself. Midsection already being capitalized, and oh, I don't know why the last player is just holding from the side of Intense towards side B. He's trying to gain the information, but everyone is towards A side. Now is the time you have to rotate. Come on, Intense. You can do this. Every one of them stacked in
intense.
towards that corner, pushed in. They have to hold this, but the way the fights are gonna be holding, it
No,
is in the
God
favor of
Slayer.
Pog. And Danny over and over the last man standing this time around with a deagle. Let's see whether he'll be hitting those one deeks or is it just nothing in his corner. Holding a cubby spot towards the motos.
Uh-uh.
Danny is going to be forced to push
Uh-uh.
away from that corner with that Molly onto his feet. And Wolfie, 31 kills already on his name. So way to go, Precision One. But here's one thing. Intense is still on to their match point. So for Precision One, it's still do or die
It
until unless they make
is.
it an equalizer.
They need two more rounds here on Aiden. I mean, when I say two more rounds, it's not just like you can let go of one. No, you cannot. You need two more rounds back to back, and that's where you'll make it to an overtime. So, Precision One Gaming, if they want to take it further from here on, they need to make it to the overtime, and that's where everything will be decided. Those 6 rounds of the overtimes will decide on what is the results. And if we see one more equalizer, we know the circle goes on and on and on. But for now, 13 to 13-15 is what the scoreline is. This round is definitely not looking good, and it's looking a bit sad for the sides of Intense Gaming, looking at what economy and what weaponaries they do have. So all of the players will be deciding to stick together. A lot of util dump from the sides of Precision One as well. You see, everything, all those nades, all those mollies, everything being dumped. But Eju, slow and steady. It is said he wins the race. Oh yes, he does. He does one onto God Slayer, but that's all he could convert. As soon as he fired one shot, three players looked at him and shut him down. It all goes down to Equack being the last one to survive and not Danny this time. But Equack, he gets shut down from the sides of Wolfie. More or less, this is the 14th round rolling into the sides of Precision One Gaming. And Aiden, we've come down to a point where it's a do or die, not just for Precision, but for Intense as well. Because if they do not win onto this one, it's an overtime they are heading on to.
That's right. I mean, that is what Intense is worried. And you can see all of those buys onto their hands. They finally have the money, finally have the dollars onto spending onto the weapons. And Jimmy, oh, some interesting lineups is what I'm expecting from his end because he's a man of creativity. But Aju, Danny already have dealt a lot of damage. Iju coming down with the 47 HP he has, he needs to make a difference. At least get one or two frags onto the banana
Oh
section, but the
no!
aggressiveness is going to be punished. Half wall is where he was, and half HP was all he had. And from then, he couldn't convert anything. Equack helping his teammate get that booster spot, but that's it. They have to hold those crosses. But at the end, Pog is executing a different side altogether. Jimmy, come on. The creativity needs to flow from your mind, needs to flow from your fingers as well. The first frag comes in. The second was about to be done, but Godslayer at AK-47 is just going to be helping him capitalizing that situation. And he
God
keeps ringing, he
Slayer!
keeps buzzing. 4 kills already on his name, and Danny being the last man surviving yet again. What is up with this team? Intense every single time I see the last player surviving. It is Danny. I don't know, he has some kind of a skill, some kind of techniques to remain the last person for his team. And right now, through the smoke, he has to head, and Gat
Aww.
is going to be getting him through the head. The headshot is what is going to be prevailing on to Pog getting the 15th round and an equalizer, which means overtime is here for this first matchup. And from here, it is getting more and more intense.
From 0-5 to a 15-15, it is a long story already. And now coming to the very first round of overtime, it is Precision One on the T side and Intense Gaming on the CT side, which means they need to stop Precision One. They need to take care that there's no of them actually having an advantage, because all these round Precision One has already been on the T side and they were actually looking good on capitalizing onto everything. Danny once again with that op. I mean, I'm a bit surprised this time. Danny, yes, we've seen him going for op a lot of times, but again, being the last one to survive in his team every time, I feel things might just be a bit difficult for the sides of Intense Gaming in the very first round itself. Coming down to this execution, it's all about the A execution that we are looking forward to. But to start things off, Jimmy finds one onto Godslayer, and as soon as he does that, he gets taken down. Danny finds one, Equack finds one before he goes down, and it is all about this 2 versus 2. Danny and Wicked versus Gunny and Trad. Who is gonna come up on the top? The site is completely under the control, and there's one corner where Prad will be going in for that plant as he needs to be at a safer side. But Danny, now that he has an op in his hand and Wicked coming on from a complete different position, he knows there's one player, he shuts him down.
Ooh.
Gunny goes down. He predicted that one player to be. Danny finds one out of Prad, and after a long time, after a lot of round loss, we do see Intense Gaming coming up with this round. Now, there's just one thing. If this would have been a bit prior, we would not get the chance to witness this OT as well, right? So it was just all about that one single round. But hey, It's okay. Intense Gaming got the 16th out of their name. Let's see what more is up onto their ways.
That's right, Darshita. I mean, after the OT is the first round where Intense has finally shined, and from here they have to win 4 rounds. I mean, 3 more rounds. Judging by the previous one, they have already won, but Wolfie is not gonna be allowed. Wolfie, he's so aggressive, man. He's way too aggressive. 2 kills already on his name, but he has to depart. On the other hand, Pog just trying to slowly and steadily move away from the bananas region. They've already made chaos there. They've already made the ruckus there. And if they enter into this side, enter into the
Danny.
crosses of Danny, it's going to be problematic. It's going to be a
Uh
huge buzzer. It's going to
oh.
be a buzzkill. But Danny misses it. Misses at the last final millisecond. But the one-way smoke still trying to give him an edge. If a player just lurks in, moves in towards the sandbag area, he can easily capitalize onto them. This is a good move, a smart move coming in from his end, but the smokes and the flashes are just going to be ringing in at the right time. B side is going to be executed real soon, but the reposition coming in from the side of Danny,
God
holding the coffin
Slayer.
area at this point. But Godslayer, he's at the booster spot. He can easily spot any person, whoever is rotating from ruins. Even the footstep gives the information. And Equack, he's again at the same corner where his beloved friend Danny had to die. But now it's just a wait game. Equack has the defusal kit, but he has to be so sneaky at this point. But I don't know why Jimmy Monster is way too behind. Trying to be the smart one, just trying to play the exit frag role. Equack does manage to get one, but at the end, Godslayer is going to be shutting down the hope of Intense to even go for a ninja diffuse. Jimmy, if he would have helped his teammate there, it would have been all right. It would have been a done deal. I mean, at least 2 more kills would have come on board for the side of Intense. But at the end, the save coming in from Jimmy, I guess he had very less economy altogether onto his name. So saving was a better option for him. So he can get the Kevlars and the helmets for the next following round, as well as 2 utilities, which can play a crucial role, judging
Yeah.
by the scenario, judging by the situation they're under.
Yep, definitely. But once again, one more equalizer is what we are talking about. It's a 16-16 already. I am scared for both of these teams right now. The way things have been panning out to start things off, it was intense getting one, but then POG. Oh, Danny, this time he's not gonna miss this. He did in the previous round, but this time, when it comes up to him getting that first one, he will be able to capitalize over this entire situation. Jimmy
Good cross.
punchline onto Gunny. Wolfie
Good
goes
cross.
down. It is all about these two surviving players, Grat and Prad. What changes will they be able to make? It's 2 versus 4. Danny does have that op to play around with, and if you peek him, oh, this time Danny gets denied. Okay, not every time is he able to connect those shots, but that player behind wickets, he converts both of them by holding that one corner, which means 2 rounds in the favors of Team Intense, one in the favors of Team Precision, one gaming. Now coming to the second side of OT, we have Intense Gaming on the CT side, on the T side, and we have Precision One on the CT. It's going to change a lot.
That's right. It will change a lot of things. Precision one, initial times, the way they were capitalizing, it was one side to watch. But once they went into the T's corner, they did very well. They played really well. They capitalized, they went into those sides, they went for a plant, post plant scenario was created, and they pressurized the opponents a lot. Right now, just trying to get the map control, get all of those utilities lined up towards the mid sections, and just trying to avoid intents to gather any information. But 3 players slowly, steadily trying to just move in towards the mid sections, but one still so adamant on to holding the log section. If Pog thinks about pushing the bananas, trying to check those corners, trying to think that there's no one present there, then it's gonna be a grave mistake. But that smoke, it is way too aligned for an A execution, and the C4 is gonna be retrieved as well Arches is going to be held by one of the teammates of Pog, and this might be fatal. This might be fatal for the side of Intense, but slowly, steadily, they're still trying to move into a site A. And the pitch section, they have to be aware every single time. Jimmy
Uh-oh.
was holding it, but this time he might be tasting his own medicine. Equack, he has taken a lot of damage. But Godslayer does manage to get one kill onto Aju. Simultaneously, the frag is never ending. The trade potential is good for both the sides. Jimmy Monster still adamant onto holding, onto seeing that if someone lurks and moves in towards the midsection,
No
then
time.
he can easily gun them down. The execution coming in from the side of
Time.
Intense, moving in towards side B, but no!
Seven
They should have been
seconds.
aware. They should have seen this coming, and Gat, come on. That's not the way you hold the quad section. That's not the way you hold it.
Time. I mean, come on. We have seen executions happening in the last 30 seconds, a fast approach being held on to, but this was not the plan. Okay, looking at what all has happened in the round itself, I did not feel this was a quick execution plan in the last 30 seconds or something like that. It was all down to 17 seconds when they tried to enter the site, which eventually got denied and shattered down. Intense gaming. This would have been one of the rounds you needed the most, but again, oh, okay. Okay, Gani. Okay, to start things off, Wolfie finds one. Wolfie finds the second one as well. He is just so good with everything he does, and he's on to 39 right now. I mean, I remember Mayuresh, that's Mr. X with 45 onto his name. Do we have someone breaking that record? Wolfie, you got that chance. Six more kills is what you need. But let's see if Wolfie will be able to be. Oh, it's a
Oh, he does manage to
40.
squeeze in another.
It's a 40. Wolfie looking so good right now. Intense gaming left out with just two players. Jimmy trying to go in for few shots towards the pit itself, but getting denied for everything. Down the balcony, we do have Kani present right there. So entering this side, it is going to be very very difficult, but both of these players, they have decided to execute a site itself. There's one player right inside the site, and the visions, look at those smokes, look at those visions being denied.
Oh.
Wicket down the line somewhere feels there's one player. Wolfie,
Okay.
what in the world is this crazy lad? How precise is that aim? Gunny finds one out of Jimmy to shut things down. But 41, I mean, Aiden, five more kills, and he is going to set a new record in the quarterfinals. I'm not even talking about the semifinals, the grand finals, but after Mr. X 45 that he had, we have Wolfie who can break all these records.
That's right, he can. I mean, the way he got those shots in the previous round, squeezing the maximum amount of value which he could get from that op, he did a really good job, a commendable job. But Jimmy and his team trying to just
Oh,
move in
oh, oh,
towards the
oh,
app
what?
section, trying to just get in
What?
all of those corners. But apps is the place where the entire action is going to be unfolding, and A side is in a soon hit, but the C4 is still way too behind. Three
No
men
way,
remaining from the side of
Wolfie.
Intense, and the C4
Wolfie.
also has to travel all the way across. Oh,
Wolfie.
it seems tough. It seems tough. I wanted Wolfie to have 45 on his name, but okay, 42 it is. He has to be satisfied with this because Jimmy Monster and Wickets, I feel that they can make a difference at this point because being so close. But Brad just raining on the parade, and Wickets, he is going to be stopping the rain. He's going to be stopping Wolfie onto getting that 45 on his name. Last man standing against three people, slowly, steadily getting all of those heads checked out in that corner. Wickets. He has to have a plan in his hand because two players are going to be swinging, one holding the other, and the other holding a very
Oh,
good angle here. And
no
that's it. The trade game is
way!
on. And with that said, what a way to finish off things.
Wickets!
Precision one. What a game. What a game from their end. And Intense. The chokers at the end is gonna be affecting a lot, Darshita.
Wickets. It was almost there. It was a
Yeah, he
1v3 that we
was
kept talking about, right? He found one, he found the second one as well, and he was so precise with those connection. He was so
indeed.
confident that he had the chance to convert the third one as well. But hey, I just feel so sad for him right now. The fact that he almost had clutched it out for his team, but almost is the specific English word which hurts the most. So eventually, that has to be the
That's
case
right.
for now. But Precision One Gaming, well, 05. I've been talking about this so much. 05 is where it all started. The very first half, 6-9 is all it went down to, and then to end it all on a 1917. It's been an
That's right. I
amazing
mean,
journey, and the way Wolfie has been performing, oh my god. I mean, let's just quickly have a look at the match highlights as well so that we can actually see Wolfie getting those 42. I feel sad for him, Aiden, to be very honest. I mean, I really thought it would have been one more OT and we would have seen Wolfie actually breaking the 45 record, but nevertheless, he has one more chance now in the, semifinals and the grand finals.
that is that situation has been arising. They have the benefit of this entire course of action. Intense at the end, they started crumbling, they started fumbling. Those executions were not on point, and somewhere down the line, I felt that there's chaos in the comms. But altogether, good try from their end. They did give their all, but Precision won. What a way to end things. And Wolfie, how many ever times you're going to be taking his name? It's less because he was consistent, whether he be in CT side, whether he be in T side. There was a less terrain coming in from his end. Like, he was not being that dominant, but at the end, he showcased. He did manage to squeeze in kills for the team, and oh boy, like in the previous section itself, we saw the same particular action from his end towards the boxes, and he got an ace there, right?
Yeah.
But this time, he
No.
was there towards the ninja spot. He was just holding all of those pixelated angles with the op, and still he managed to get a flick onto a target. So I wonder, I wonder what he even does, what aim, what training he does to literally get that shot so precise. This I definitely want to ask his
Oh,
IGL.
well,
But all in
if we,
all, the
yeah.
way they have played, it is really, really good, Rashta. This is the kind of a quarter-final performance I wanted to see. And Precision One Gaming, congratulations on securing the spot in semifinals. Soon you will see who's going to be opponent, but that's going to be the next following match.
Well, definitely. Talking about Wolfie once again, as you mentioned, you actually want to know about the aim routine he has daily. But today specifically, I want to know what did he do before coming to this match? What did he have before coming to this match? Because he was so energized, he was so pumped up, he was so ready for his opponents. Look at him. It's not even about that AWP, that AK, anything that he had into his hand. Maybe an AWP, maybe an AK, maybe a deacon, anything. He was just shining. He was just shining so bright, and it all went down to be an equalizer at the 9-9 itself. I mean, 6-9 was the half that we, you know, talking about a while ago. At the same point of time, after that 9-9, it was intense gaming, getting those rounds, Danny clutching it. I mean, especially talking about Danny here once again. I don't know how, I don't know why, but every time you see the last person to stand strong from the sides of intense gaming, to be there in those clutchable moments, it was Danny again and again, back and forth. Now, this round, it was a
That's
pretty
right.
good one, for the sides of intense gaming, but
They
everything
had
was
the
turned
lead,
around with the
Dashta.
15-15. Yeah, exactly.
They had the lead. They were already at match point. And from there, it was just a huge downfall. I never expected this from the side of Intense, because I thought they will go by their name. They will have a really good game as well. But at the end, it was just crumbling. The economy was not there to support them to get those weapons, to get those utilities as well. And they kept going on broken buys, half buys, semi buys, and later on did manage to squeeze in the full buy. But again, the capitalization never came in because those angles being held by Precision One was way too good. aggressive as well. I mean, it was all about executing a site, and they were doing it so well. Every single time, it was an entire train going in, chewing towards site A, and they were even getting the plant down, making a post plant scenario, and over, we would see Danny be the last man standing, be the person at the clutchable situations, 1v3s, 1v2s, all of those things were coming in from his end. So, I mean, come on.
It's more or less intense gaming, making small mistakes, to be very honest. There have been rounds where, it would have been their game completely. It all went down to a point where intense gaming just needed one single round. I still remember we were talking about it, Aiden, that if the sides of the precision one gaming do not get this round or that round, it is done because it's intense on the match point. But hey, what happened next? It was like a 15-15 equalizer. We eventually went towards an overtime as well, which just changed things apart. Coming down to the
That's right.
last round, I feel so sad for Wicked right now. I mean, he was almost about to clutch it. Look here, he found one, he found the second one. As soon as he
True.
turned around, things
The
also
third.
did. I mean, yeah, exactly. The third player was present right there, and eventually the tables turned around. But again,
That's right.
Precision One Gaming, hats off, man. The way you guys have been playing, it's just looking good, especially Wolfie. I don't know how many times am I gonna take his name again and again, but it's less. It's not even 45 times. It's not even 42 times that I've done it, right?
But all in all, both the teams played really well. But at the
Yeah,
end,
they
it was
did.
Precision one for the win. I mean, kudos to them. They still kept the calm till the end. I mean, I've been talking about this to keep the patience. And the patience game of whoever is going to be strong, they're going to win this game because it's a very long game. You have
It
to
is.
literally have 16 rounds in the first. You have to play all throughout first half, second half, there as well, reach towards the OT, and then even win the OT. So it's all about how you can keep the calm. But right now, Dashit, I want to see the individual plays coming in from the sides of both the teams. Wolfie, 42 kills. Oh, the rating of 1.60, I mean, it's good. It's a really good rating. And ADR of 120, it's above the threshold. But
It
Danny,
is.
Equac, these are the two players made a difference from the side of Intense, and others also did tag along, did have a good trading potential. But Precision One was just standing there strong. The executions were so on point. Those smokes, those lineups were just precise. They played really well. And that's the reason you can see them win this particular matchup against Intense Gaming. I did hope a lot from the side of Intense,
Yep.
but somewhere down the line, I'm a tad bit disappointed because they had the match point. Come on, who am I kidding? They had the match point. They were so
I
close,
completely
but
agree.
yet so far.
Oh man. I've been talking about these specific phrases and words in English that hurts the most. I talked about almost and now this, so close yet so far. Intense gaming, despite having that match point, did not things did not work for them. At a point of time, it just felt the team game or the coordination between the team was just falling apart. Players going down individually, no trades happening. There's been a lot that has happened after intense gaming was on the match point itself. So it has to be a difficult take, but once again, intense gaming, as you said itself, a bit disappointment right now because of the way they've been performing in the previous matches itself. We know all these players, right? Big names again, Equac, we have Jimmy, we have Wicked. All of these players, they know how to stand strong against their enemies. So it has to be a very difficult take for now, but onto the sides of precision one gaming, 42 is what Wolfie has, and as I said, 120 ADR. Amongst these 10 players, it's just Wolfie who has three digits on in the terms of ADR, 60% plus headshot percentage for every player. Look at that, Wolfie with 62, Brad with 61, Godslayer 46, Gunny with 60, and Grat with 60 once again. So it has been looking good, but now that precision one is making it towards the grand finals, the upcoming match will tell us on who they will be facing. Yeah, the upcoming matches that we have, Pune 5 versus Retaliation is what we are talking about. But the MVP of the match, I mean, I don't even need to
I mean,
ask
who are we
anyone.
kidding? It has to
Yeah,
be Wolfie.
exactly.
42 kills, 25
Exactly.
deaths, 4 assists, and a rating of 1.60. This is the MVP material I would talk about. And Wolfie, you have already surpassed that.
Yeah. What an amazing match, Shaden. I mean,
That's right.
we've kept talking. I still remember down the line when it was about the Pune land, we were talking about it. These starting two phases was such a one side phase, but coming down to Kochi, I feel it's just a different vibe overall. I mean, I'm just getting this vibe right now itself. I know the LAN is on 13th and the LAN vibe is gonna hit a bit different to what I am feeling right now. But hey, again, you get this vibe. It's just so amazing to be there in Kochi at the LAN itself. I am just gonna miss this so much. And this time, I just cannot be there and pull your leg, saying that I'll be at the LAN and
Uh,
everything all around
I
will be,
mean,
you
why
know.
you don't have friends there at this time? Mm-hmm.
I do every time I do, but hey, again, it's a different fun to be there present
That's
yourself
true.
rather
That's
than your
true.
friends sending you videos. So I know we casters cannot make it there because it's too far away for us, but you guys definitely can. So all you need to do is scan the QR code or go in the description itself and you will find a registration link right present there. Yeah, yeah, down there. It's gonna be the description and you will find the registration link right present there. So make sure you guys get in there and register yourself. But Aiden, spotlight on what is happening next. And I know you are excited,
Yeah,
that's
I
why.
mean, it is gonna be an intense session as well. Like the game went, we have our guest for today to ask all of those Q&As onto what has happened in the entire matchup. I mean, it was a long match. First OT is where everything
Yeah,
ended. So Darshita, who do you
yeah.
think is joining us?
Oh, well, I already know who is joining us, so let's just directly go towards the interview session. Oh, we have Grad with us present right there. Hey, man, how are you
I
doing?
got
Oh,
okay.
oh, I feel,
All
I
right.
feel, I feel. Okay, hey, Grad, how are you doing? How are you
One
doing?
second.
Oh well, I feel Grad is pretty excited about the victory that he has just got. I mean, look at that
Yeah, he is. He is
smile.
nodding. He
Look
is
at that
nodding.
smile. Come on.
So he
But
can't hear, but he knows what
yeah.
is going on. He's way too excited on to seeing his entire team progress towards the semifinals, which will happen in Kochi. So fun times for them.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. But I do feel like Grad is not still able to hear us, and we are just
Yeah,
waiting for this technical issue to get solved as soon as possible, so that we can actually know what the team went through, the comeback that they made, the comeback stories, and everything that happened. I really want to know it from the team's end itself. I mean, we keep talking about it so much that this might be the case or that might be the case, but when it comes down to the player itself telling on what has happened, it just feels so amazing to know everything.
that's right. It's a different feel altogether. And knowing from their perspective, we can actually literally correlate onto what happened in the entire match. So this is one thing which I really love. I mean, post interview sessions, this is just amazing. You can ask your own
Yeah,
questions. You can know what happened in the entire match. So what better to do? But those technical difficulties, Dashita, is just taking the moment away from us. But it's all right. We'll
it's
soon be
okay.
back. But altogether, Dashita, did you expect such a close game today in the first match itself?
Yeah, I did. I did. To be very honest, I did expect a pretty close matchup coming up,
Hmm.
and it actually went as my expectations. But again, as said,
Okay.
to the sides of intense gaming, it was a bit opposite to what I expected. Things weren't actually,
True, true.
looking good, and there were moments where it was a bit of left and right movement. But hey, once again, talking about the interview, yes, we'll be soon having a word with the player itself, solving all the technical issues. But for now, it's time for us to take a quick short break. So we'll see you guys on the other side.
so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Baby, while we're young, young, oh, baby, while we're young, young, oh, baby, while we're young, 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 young. conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, I could, I could, I could, I could, I could run through the fire.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are so happy to see you guys back here once again. Yeah, a short break is, what all that we asked for, and we got it. So we are back again with all the energy pumped up, and we are all set to head towards the second map of this quarterfinals. It is so interesting. But bringing you back to this cast, this is me, Darshita, alongside me, Aiden, and also to introduce Aiden, let's just quickly have a look at the map Vito as well because I know what's on our
That's
way.
right.
So yeah,
Come on. Every single time you have the sneak peek, why is this happening? Production team, can we stop this? Can we
no,
stop?
no,
Okay.
no. See
All right.
when it is
So will the
down to
teams. They will never stop picking Inferno as well. Already I can see all of these map bans, and I thought Overpass might be the scenario, but no, it's Inferno again. But this time, retaliation. Going in the sides of
yeah.
counter terrorists. Last time we did see a lot of wonder there, but this time, what are we expecting? Pune 5. Finally, the most awaited team is here in this quarterfinals. And let's see which team secures that sweet spot to the semifinals.
Oh, I'm excited. I still remember we have
Oh, I
had
am
a matchup.
pumped.
I mean, the name. Looking at the name, I'm excited because I am from Pune itself. Okay, jokes apart, but yeah,
Okay.
for now, Pune Five
So,
versus
so is your decision to be
Retaliation.
unbiased or be biased?
No, unbiased, obviously. As I said it a while ago, right before we headed towards
Hmm.
the break itself, I said this map is
I
even
see your mind
gonna
saying
go
Pune
very
5.
very close.
Hmm.
No way, no way. I
I
I
can
didn't
hear
knew
it.
my co-caster was actually able to read minds as well. But hey, if that
Yeah.
is the case, I definitely want you to read the minds of these players and just give me some insights on what it can be for this map.
Hmm. Pune 5. It
Yeah,
seems like a very interesting team. Like last time we couldn't see their match, but today I'm very excited on to seeing what they have to bring on the table. But on the other hand, retaliation. I mean, it's in the name. So we're gonna see a lot of aggressiveness, but down the line again it comes to this map called Inferno. What is it? Every single team wants to go for the comfort zone. Come on, you have to step out. This is the comfort zone. Step out of
yeah.
it. If you step out, that
I
is when
mean,
we can see some
Aiden.
quality plays. We can see some different things. But yeah, you were saying something, Dashita, and you interrupted
Yeah,
me.
yours.
Okay, I'm bad. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
I
bad now.
did. I did because
Yeah,
for the
please go
fact I
ahead.
did not know, I don't know how to read minds or I don't know how to predict people, but I
Hmm.
definitely see your
Hmm.
disappointment on your face looking at Inferno
Hmm.
itself. I mean, it just
Hmm.
feels like you're so tired by
Hmm.
witnessing Inferno every now and then and you just do not want to witness it anymore.
I mean, it's not that I'm done with it. It's one of my favorite
Yeah?
maps alongside Mirage, alongside Dust 2. Dust 2, unfortunately, it's
Okay.
not there in this pool, so I'm extremely sad. I have played CS 1.6 from those
Okay.
days to seeing the game now. It's a huge difference. But soon CS2 is also coming, but that's a different story altogether. And we can see a lot of things coming for that as well. But right now, the sole focus Inferno, Dashita, CT side,
Yeah.
Retaliation. What is your take?
My take will be the T side. I mean, every Inferno
Hmm.
that we have been witnessing till date, it has more been towards the T side as compared to the CT. I mean, I don't know, is
See,
it just like going with the
debatable.
flow? Yeah, it is. I know. I completely understand it is debatable. But as I said a while ago, right, something is cooking up between the T side and the map of Inferno itself. So I don't know if that's going to be the case or am I getting denied this
Hmm.
time. It definitely is debatable, again, understandable. But hey, let's just see what's happens in the map itself. I do expect a lot from both of these teams. Again, as said, a
That's
close
right.
quarter
Even I
map
am.
is what I do expect. Yeah. So a close quarter map is what I want right now, going up to an overtime and a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
clutches happening all around. I mean, yeah, I just want to make it as interesting as I can for the audience so that they realize that, how exciting it will be on the LAN. I mean, looking at the quarterfinals, there's this excitement. Hey, look, this is the quarterfinals. Then imagine what semis and grands will be at the LAN itself, right?
Oh, so you're literally motivating the entire lot, entire viewer section to literally go on, scan the QR code or click the
Yeah,
description. click the link, and then get their free tickets. So I understand. I understand the motivation over here. And with that said, Kochi's Marriott Hotel, it's a lovely spot. It's a lovely place. 13th August. Book your dates. Be there. Look around. There's going to be a lot of action. And Alienware booths all around, giving you the immense experience of gaming is just amazing. And the processor is being Intel, so you can understand it is power packed, it is jam packed with all of those features. But alongside, there's even CSGO action. So I'm pretty pumped, and I want to see the entire crowd being gathered in Kochi at
Yeah,
Marriott Hotel. So I won't. I'll keep emphasizing on this fact that book your dates, mark it on your calendar, so that you don't forget to be there.
definitely. 13th of August 2023. As said, the QR was already present on your screen, but okay. If not the QR, you have a secondary option, right? You can just scroll down this description and you will find the link as well. So, if not the QR, you have a secondary option to go get yourself registered. I mean, we've been opening the door of opportunities for so many players out there, right?
Oh,
With
way too many.
this LAN happening in every other city, like Coimbatore, then it was Pune, now it is Kochi. There's the the doors of opportunity for everyone is just opening wide. All you need to do is
That's
just
right.
let the door open and get inside by yourself. There's no one who's going to actually drag you inside, but you yourself who's going to motivate to go inside. So a lot of motivation for you guys already to actually get yourself at Kochi and be there at the LAN. And if you think I'm here on desk and that's the reason I'm telling you guys this, well, no, this is
Oh
a personal
no! Last time it was
experience.
wonderful. That I still
Exactly.
remember in Pune,
Exactly.
a lot many content creators had been there. I mean, come on, big names. Ankita, and then you could
Dynamo.
even see the 10 mil hitter there. So it was amazing. It was amazing on to watching all of these things. And right now, we are back with the action. Retaliation versus Pune 5. All five players ready and stacked. Oh, I can see Destroyer there. Oh hi.
Oh, I'm just awaited to see on how much destruction can he make. So let's see. Let's see. For now, Team Retaliation on the CT side, Team Pune 5 on the T side. SK Joy? SK Joy! Why? So many connections, so many chances. But to start things off, RSN will be finding one onto Revena to shut him down itself. And now it all goes down to Team Retaliation losing those numbers in the initial stages. Look at them having four players, onto which you cannot count onto Craze and Crush. But now looking at what they are left with, like 9 and 11 chunks, I don't think that's really enough to actually take five players in front of you down. Oh, ouch, ouch! Crush goes down, Craze goes down as well, which eventually means that a lot of players from the sides of Retaliations are getting denied. But now it all goes down to the last surviving player, Discount Killer. Well, will he give any discount on killing those remaining three players is still a question, but Pune 5, the site is completely open for business. The bomb gets planted as well, and now it's all about the retake. A 1 versus 3, a huge call is what it is. A big responsibilities, but RSN trying to go in for few shots here and there, trying to take that player down. The location has already been compromised. Discount Killer finds one onto RSN. Will he be able to deny SK? Well, the answer is no, as Destroyer hops in, shuts down Discount Killer, and that's the very first round. But I would say it was a bit of a messy round, isn't it?
It was. I mean, shots being missed, that is all right. But the way Pune 5 capitalized it, it was nice. It was good altogether. Getting the side control and then going for a post run scenario, pressurizing retaliation on their feet, on their toes. It was good from their end. But now having the bonus buy, SK Joy, waiting for the 417's flash, but just instantly retreats from that, helping one of his teammates. It'll be a better situation for them because they have the weaponry advantage and they can literally go in guns blazing with that Mac 10 and enter inside sight and they can literally go for a plant. But the C4 being way too back towards the spawn and that crazy shot with the Deagle. What Deagle? This is nice. I mean, crazy holding that nice cheeky angle towards the coffin area does manage to squeeze one, which means that the entry towards side B has been denied, and slowly all the bodies are being stacked for the side of Pune 5. Finally, the C4 rotating towards the banana section, but the reinforcements have arrived for the side of retaliation. Two players, one holding quad, one holding the angle towards the sections where it can easily be capitalized. Any player who moves in towards the side can be easily taken down, and crazy. The second kill on his name, Destroyer, trying to make a difference here, trying to make the dent, but at the end, he's gonna be taken away as well. SK Joy, the last man standing with the AK-47, tries to spray down through the smoke, but nothing in return. SK Joy, pressurizing situation behind the quad, does know that the player is going to be coming towards the ruin area. One or two shots here and there, that's the max he can get. But at the end, he has to go for the plant as well, which means he can be swung any moment. But look at the positioning. RNT, this is smart. This is way too smart. They waited. They didn't aggress much. They wanted to collect all the weapons. They very well did. Two AKs and one MAC 10, which means this round can easily be theirs. Low investment, high returns. That is a possibility for the side of retaliation. But on the other hand, Pune 5 going in for that semi by trying to just get another round onto their favor. But this might be a risky investment. This might actually be a risky one. Because if they won't get kills, they won't get the option to upgrade their weapons. That is A. Then simultaneously they'll be pressurized onto how to even enter towards the site because the utility is way too less.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. For now, Retaliation and Pune 5, they would have got one rounds onto their name. I mean, I've expected a close match, but to start things off onto an equalizer, definitely not what I expected. But here on, once again, you see Retaliation, two players down with 42 and 34 chunks, which means it is going to be very, very difficult for them to capitalize over the situation. Pune 5, the way they've been playing that util game, it is looking good. But to start things off, Craze finds one, B finds one, but instantly gets traded off there and there. There are free weapons for them to actually grab onto, and now it's going to be very difficult for the sides of Retaliation, trying to go in for few shots through the smokes, trying to take one player down, three of those players all together, which is a very difficult call. I mean, look at them, all of the three players are sticking together, and even if they come in the line of fire, it gets difficult. But Rivena finds one onto Never, he shuts him down. Two players remaining, Pune 5, Blur and RSN, they need to hold. Blur finds one before he goes down, and that's RSN departing. But do they have a
No
defusal
time.
kit? Do they have the time? No, they do have the time.
Oh boy,
They
they
do have
do.
the 5. Last 1 second, I mean, just fraction of seconds is where they'll get this round for themselves, and what a round to count on for. I mean, the way all these three players were sticking together for a moment, I felt they just might come into the line of fire and go down. But hey, no, Retaliation, they get the best of this round, and the second one rolls in for them. Where Pune 5, it's looking sad, it's not looking good for them.
That's right. It is. Like I mentioned, it is gonna be a risky investment, and like the situation has panned out, they are down to this minimum amounts. Next round is where they can get a big buy for onto their names. But at the end, it's all the deagles and those techniques which are going to be hitting those shots. Against an AR, you can never expect these shots to hit because you'll always be in that pressurized situation that, you know what, I have to somewhere hit those heads. But that recoil is what you have to control. And at the end, the entire map has been controlled from the corner of retaliation. SK Joy, the last man standing. He has the deagle, does get one week, but getting the others will be a huge task for him. Doesn't have the Kevlar as well, so C4 in his hand. If he plans on to executing side B, two players are already waiting, one aggressing towards bananas, and if he spots this player, it will be tough. It will be extremely tough for him to get this, but SK Joy, the second shot, And Crazy is going to be taken down by B. Instant retaliation. And that knife is looking so clean. Oh boy. I mean, such cosmetics they have. I mean, B looks like a veteran in this game.
Definitely. He does. But hey, Retaliation also, they are looking good right now. One more round that they've capitalized over, and now after a break, finally Pune 5 is having their hands on a full buy. But at what cost? Three players down with $0, one with 650 and one with 50, which means it's going to be very difficult for the upcoming rounds as well. And to start things off, it is again Discount Killer, who is just as more like as a killing machine for now and does not want to give those discounts no matter what. So RSN, being the very first player from the sides of Pune 5 to go down, gets them into a bit of difficulties. From the smoke, they are trying to give him some predictable shots, hoping that there's one player right present there. But eventually, that is not the case. Pune 5, not the best of what I've expected. And Crush with that op just can crush down the hopes of Pune 5 on getting this round. So, a very difficult task, a very difficult take. Talking about the site execution as well, A is what they are hoping on right now, directly going towards the balcony. I do see Revena holding the down angle itself. I mean, he's right down the balcony there present. So if someone jumps down that balcony, it's going to be very, very difficult. So I'm a bit scared, to be very honest, for the sides of Pune 5 right now. 30 seconds is what they have, and they are going to go in for a quick execution destroy, trying to make his way inside
Oh,
the site itself. Will he get denied? Well, it is Discount Killer and Ravana to get denied. Crush goes down as well, and now it's a 2 versus 2 retake. Both of the players, right from Banana, making their way towards the A side, but time is what they need to focus on. Yeah, both of them definitely have those you know diffusal kits, so it's just gonna take them like 5 seconds, but will they have the opportunity to actually convert this? They need to be careful. One of the players, their location gets compromised, but the other one is just denied. No way. Retaliation. It just felt so difficult for them to actually clutch it here. But look what both of these players done.
that's right. I mean, that's the power. That's the power Retaliation is holding. It was a 2v2 post plant, and the way they just clustered out, a good angle were being held from the side of Pune 5, but at the end, it didn't give them the max benefit of it. I was expecting one player to hold towards the ninja and the other towards the pet. That is the normal formation if they're holding crosses. But at the end, the aggression is towards bananas and instant shutdowns in both the corners. Discount Killer, Destroyer, they have to come up in the next following round.
Oh,
But B
Crush.
holding the fort there alongside one of his teammates. Crush, very aggressive. I mean, mid, he knows that no player is present towards the second mid or the first. Holding that angle with the op can be beneficial and tricky as well. The counter smokes are going to be coming in, popping real soon. 18 seconds. The vision has been denied, and B long for the side of CD is also been taken control of. A player moving in from the side of P5 towards the midsection, trying to scout, trying to see who is around in that neighborhood, trying to pick one or two heads, and then later on help the team reinforce towards side P. But how fast will this take come towards B side? Because the bomb is slowly lurking, checking all the corners, and if he dies, then I guess the problem is going to be arising. Quad section being burned, and RSN picking one frag here, but B, he might get two, he gets the second. But instant denial coming in from SK Joy. He can go for a post-pan scenario, but Crush, he has the long angles to be held. Ruin section, SK Joy trying to reposition himself, trying to get at least the situation to be favored towards his end for a 1v1 is all he seeks. But the smokes and the mollies are going to make things worse for him to hold good angles. Right now, goes
Oh.
for one frag, does manage to secure it, and at this point, Crush, if he goes for a defusal, he has a defusal kit. All he needs is 5 seconds, and he finishes it. He finishes it. Come on, and he gets the last kill as well. SK Joy. How can you not expect him to have a diffusal kit? Why?
No way. Crush, big minded play once again. I mean, he had that diffusal kit. He went in for that diffuse. He did not just defuse the bomb, but he actually took down the player as well. Oh my god. Pune 5, not the best of the start that we are expecting, but this time, never. He goes in, he denies the sides of Craze, and he takes him down instantly. A good of a start for the sides of Pune 5, and they do have those numbers again to work around with. But again, if they go down and falter them, it's going to be very, very difficult. Two players are still holding the B side, which means banana execution is going to get a bit difficult. But the player who's going a bit aggressive towards banana, will he be able to find anything? B, no. This time he gets a bit denied. I mean, yeah, a lot of damage is what he has done already on his opponent. But again, oh, Crash. He was just waiting for that moment. He finds one and he completely denies it to blur out there. Things are looking
Ooh.
good for the sides of Retaliation once again, as Never and Destroyer are the two remaining players. Crash goes down, but so is the case with Destroyer. A trade that keeps on happening every time you see the players of Retaliation. If one of them go down, there's another player who is ready to take that trade. And now it is all about Never, who is down with just one kill, 1% of his health as well. So overall, it's going to be impossible for him to actually go and get a 1 versus 3 done. I mean, we all keep on saying, right, 1 HP and a dream, but it's gonna be very, very difficult. Also, he does not have the bomb with him, so it is more difficult overall to find the bomb, to take it, to make his way towards the side, go in for a plan. All of them taking a lot of time, which he does not have. I mean, look at that, 5 seconds is all that is left, and Never, it's going to be very difficult. Sixth round on board already for the sides of Team Retaliation, and Pune 5 is just down with one on their name. It is not looking good. 5 rounds of deficit already for them.
That's right. Every single one of them from the side of Retaliation is playing really well. The trade potential is good from their end, and Pune 5, somewhere down the line, they're fumbling. They're crumbling really bad, and RSN needs to step up. Only 2 kills on his name, which means that he needs to do a lot from that. Never. He did manage to save his
Okay.
AK-47 in the previous round, and this time you can see the same AK in his hand. But will it be there for a longer time? Because crazy. He's aggressive towards
Right
banana.
side.
Quickly spots up there
Right side.
towards logs. It might be better for him, but no. SK Joy through the smoke. Anticipated, knew it that there might be a player towards the car section, but Crazy was just unlucky at that point. Crush will manage to spot one, but was not able to get him whatsoever. Midsection, complete control for the side of P5. Slowly getting the C4. Trying to make a play here.
No.
Rush. Third time, you'll never hit it.
Why?
I thought third time's is a charm, but 2 times if you miss on an op, that's it. You're done for. You're gonna be dusted right then. But B, having a backstab approach over here, but it will be too late because Discount Killer is the only person who's there towards the site, and he is no more. RSN finally stepping up, has already 2 kills on his name. B being the last man standing. He's gonna find comfort in the T spawn itself. Oh, near the benches. What a lovely view. If there was a music, he would be vibing here. Does have smoke and
Definitely.
a flashbang, and that's all. Diffusal kit, very must. It's a very good element. But at the end, long range fights, come on. All you needed was trigger discipline, and you could easily get that. And the AK-47 being retrieved, Pune 5 just goes ahead and says that, you know what, that belongs to us and we are going to take it back. A good round altogether for Pune 5.
Yep.
But here's one thing about Retaliation. They are going to be going for those pistol upgrades, and those deagles are going to be ringing in the entire map. So, Dashita, what do you think will happen? Will RNT stack in one site and then go for mass kill, or is just that they're going to be holding individual angles?
Oh, it is already looking difficult for them. Going for individual angles. is definitely not that great. B trying to go in for few shots, gets denied. It all goes down to the two surviving player, Crush and Discount Killer. Whereas Discount Killer and his location on the balcony is already been
Oh,
compromised. He gets denied with an amazing headshot coming from the sides of Blur. And now it is all about Crush being the last man standing. Crush, again, oh, before even I could complete my sentence, he gets denied, and eventually one more round rolls in for the sides of Pune 5. But here's the thing: previous round, again going in for that half by hour save looks good for the sides of Retaliation, as this round they will be investing onto a lot. A op has been invested from the sides of Crush, and I'm a bit scared. You know, the previous round, the way Crush has missed not just one, two, but three consecutive shots, it just felt a bit bad for him as well. But let's see if he's able to convert some in this specific round. 3 rounds of deficit again. Pune 5, they do have the chance of making a comeback. RSN does have an op to play around with, and rest all the players are down with an AK for themselves. So it's going to be a very important round. All that I've been witnessing this long is Pune 5 being a bit calm, being a bit composed. To
ooh.
start things off, Crush. Oh, this time he's not going to miss it. He answers me as well, and he says, "This is what I can do with that orb." He finds one to start things off, and he shuts down the sides of Never. But the job is not yet done, as there are four players standing strong. Talking about the positioning as well, East side might just be the case that they are looking forward to. But on the other side, onto the banana, there's one player who is trying to make his way towards the B as well. Discount Killer, the best of that angle. Well, he cannot get that, as Discount Killer and Ravana both goes down. Crush finds one more onto Destroyer and equalizes this to a 3 versus 3. But the site is completely open for business. But hey, where is the C4?
It's all the
It
way
is
towards the
down
spawn.
to the T spawn. No way, this is gonna take a lot of time. This is gonna invest a lot of time, which is gonna make the situations more
Oh,
bad. But finally, a moment of relief as two more players goes down, and it's all down to one last player, Craze, with that op. Will he be able to change anything? For a moment, when I saw the C4 down towards the T spawn, I was scared for the fact that they just had last 30 seconds remaining for the plant. But well, hey, yes, for now, they got the site, they got the bomb planted as well. And Craze being the last one with that, or will he go for that commitment? Oh, he is trying to go in for a few frags. Save will be a better option this time. Exit frags is what he's looking
that's right.
forward to.
If he saves it, next round he might give it to Crush, and Crush again, he'll be holding the midsection, fortifying it. But Craze, I was jiggling
Uh
around,
uh.
trying to see, does spot one opponent, and that's it. He's just going to be safeguarded in that corner. All in all, Pune 5 slowly getting back into the game, and the economy for them has literally stacked up. On the other hand, Retaliation, again, we might see them go for an upgraded pistol, but that will be a very, very risky buy. Oh, 5-7 and a Deagle being invested from Crush and Ravana. The others are going to be stacking as well. But Craze, it all comes down to you, my man. You have to hit those shots. Moving in towards banana section, but that flash is going to be so strong that he won't be seeing any of the opponent towards bananas. And at the end, Never. What a way to start things. The only weapon which could make the difference, the AWP, has been dropped. Crush already flashed, he can see nothing. His vision blurry, trying to get one or two picks here, but he's going to be instantly shut down. Never, never has he ever missed those shots. And every single one of them from the side of P5 are alive. You can
Yep.
just imagine every single. I have told you this ample times that if the players are alive, all they have to do is invest on the Kevlars and the helmet. That's it. And if the helmet is still intact, only on the Kevlars and the utility. That's pretty much it. They don't have to invest on the weaponry, nothing whatsoever. But on the other hand, R&T trying to go for the full buy, and you know what? The loss bonus is already stacked up to 3,400, so they have to somewhere get those kills. And Crush being blinded, getting one shot onto the target. RSN has to depart, and Ravana being the evil man he is, evil genius, trying to just make a difference onto the site. Oh boy, 3v3, discount killer. That shot should have been right on target, but never. Like I mentioned, he is not gonna miss.
Pune 5, the way they've been playing, it's actually
Oh,
looking good for them. But now it all goes down to a 2 versus 2. A difficult take overall, but SK Joy, he finds one out of crazy, shuts him down, and it's all down to one last remaining player, B. Will he be able to change anything? A 1v2 is what the call is. He finds one, he shuts him down. SK Joy, there's one more player remaining. He's inside the smoke. He's just camouflaged himself. He finds
oh,
one onto B, he shuts him down. And that's going to be one more round rolling in for the sides of Pune 5, which eventually means a equalizer is what we have our eyes on to. Crush to start things off was actually looking good, and then it all just went on getting a bit difficult for the sides of Team RTN. And now it's an equalizer that we are talking about. 6 all is what the scoreline is, and Team RTN, 3 nades, 1 flash. That's all that they have invested onto right now. But let's see if they are able to take anything in return from here on. I mean, with the buy that these players are having, they did have a chance of going in all together and holding together. But Blur, to start things off, finds one out of Crush. Ravena hits off the head with the sides of Blur, and he shuts him down, which means an equalizer 4v4 is what we are witnessing. And also, Ravena has retrieved a AK back there.
oh, he can go ham. He can go ham with that AK-47, and this setup is what SK Joy is gonna be shutting down from the side of RNT, getting the access towards side B, and discount killer trying to flash every single person whoever enters in that corner. But does he know? Does he know that the C4 has already stepped forward, gone inside the site, never being the present mind he is, and that's it. That's pretty much it for this following round. And Pune 5, they are slowly getting back into the game. This was pretty crazy. I mean, two angles being held, one behind the sandbag, one right in front of the half wall. I mean, the opponents won't even expect that, but SK Joy, the information being relayed is really, really on point for the side of Pune 5.
It is. Once again, coming back to this round, Banana is where a lot of utils is gonna go forward with. I mean, look at those nades, look at those flashes, those mollies, everything towards the Banana itself to get the Banana control. Two players are already making their way towards the
What?
sandbags. I mean,
Triple
look at
op
them
setup?
checking those sandbag as well. But hey, did I? Yes, I missed on to the information of triple. Okay. Okay, Atian.
This
Okay.
team is on to
If
something, Darshita.
yeah, they
This
are.
team is on to something.
It's going slow for now. But I don't know, it just feels like the calmness we have before the storm itself. If that's the case, it's going to be very difficult to start things off. Ravena finds one onto Bloody, shuts him down. Crush takes down RSN, and the op is giving a heavy return. Ravena finds one more, and the C4 as well goes down. Destroyer takes down Discount Killer, but will he able to take down one more player who's right down the balcony? Crush, he finds
Oh,
Destroyer. He crushes him down. Crush
okay.
converts one more. That means 3 out of his name. With that op, Crush has been looking so good. He is just crushing down his enemies right now. Look at that angle. Look at the way he took down the player who was trying to enter the balcony. And it's more like a 7-7-3 op, but they definitely worked out for the entire team.
That's right, but close quarters is where this entire team might be seen fumbling. But again, dual op setup coming in from the side of RNT. Crush getting the first shot right onto the skull. You know what? After that, I guess the bullet might have ricocheted and gone somewhere else, some other direction. But never. He's holding a. He's just aggressive. He knows there's a op being invested right in that corner. He might get the better of the situation, but the nade is just going to be delaying the push coming in from the side of Pune 5. Ravana trying to make an impact onto this perfect corner, which he has literally capsized with that nade onto his hand. Trying to spot one or two heads might be his task, but that smoke has just hindered the vision of his. All five people remaining from the side of RNT, and P5 already have faced one casualty. The second comes in, but the angles being held is so deadly, so accurate, but never end destroyer trying to gain the site access. But Ninja is the spot where it's going to be capitalized, and after that, this first half rolls in for the side of RTN. What a way to end things. CT side, this is actually going to be very close, and once Retaliation goes into the T side, they have to think how to beat Pune 5, because there might be a situation where their strategies might not work, because Pune 5 is very well equipped with this.
They definitely are. But again, this is going to be a very important round for the sides of Pune 5 and for RTN as well. I mean, come on. It's the pistol round, and we know if you convert this one, you have so much of advantage in the next one. But your
Ooh,
players not falling down is something.
5 stack B.
Yeah. And a backstab. Okay, Pune 5. Okay. But Crush
Okay.
is just crushing
Crush.
those dreams of the sides of Pune 5 right now. And so is the case with Craze. It all goes down to SK Joy being the last player surviving. He finds one, the second one as well, but that's all he could do before going down. RTN gets this. All of those players were trying to go in for that flank, trying to go in for that backstab towards the banana itself. It did not work out in their favor. And Crush single handedly with those utils as well as those aim games, he came up on the top and he got that round entirely.
That's right.
Okay.
I mean, this kind of a gameplay, Darshita, I mean, so overpowering. Retaliation, trying to just make those round differences for their favor, trying to get those early rounds, and Crush B trying to get the access to its site, and they are gonna get that as well. But the flank, if P5 is planning for a flank, if they move in towards bananas, they might encounter one player who's holding that flank to be even initiated from the side of P5. Shots being exchanged, but Discount Killer just holding that angle so well. Knows there might be the situation, but Craze, look at him, aggressive. So aggressive. RSN, he tasted the medicine of his own. And why are these whiffs even coming? All five players remaining from the side of Retaliation, and Pune 5 is literally facing the wrath of RTN. They are not looking good. They are not looking confident at all. This second half, the start has been wobbly, and in progressing towards the third round, they don't even have the money to buy a weapon. So, tough days. 11-7 real soon. Until unless they start putting out magics with the USP and the P250s.
Definitely. More or less, yes, that's going to be the case. RTN is looking good to start things off. Look at how easy he can be for them inside the site itself. And B, he finds one before he goes down. But Craze and Crush, oh my god, Crush. Look at this crazy lad once again. I mean, what he is doing is just getting out, crushing the dreams of his opponent, and coming back. That's all. And now it's all down to never being the last
Wow.
player. Craze once again comes up on top, shuts him down. And as you said, this will be an 11-7 soon, and that is the case. This is the 11th round rolling in for Retaliation. But now, when it comes down to a full buy for the sides of Pune 5, I am quite interested and quite excited to see if they can convert things all around. Utils, yep, they are investing onto it. I don't even need to talk about the economy that has been built from the sides of Team Retaliation for now.
That's right. I mean, it's just stacked. It's very well stacked. They can
Yeah,
work around with the bonuses. They can work around for two more rounds. But now those pushes, those flashes are gonna be best friends crazy. Just moving in. SK Joy already 3 kills on his name. That flash mattered a lot. And right now B is all they can get. SK Joy 4 kills already on his name. But sadly he had to depart. Crush being the last man standing, that one way smoke didn't help him that much. And right now, the defusal has been initiated. Blur has the defusal kit, has the time as well, and E5 finally getting the round after the role swap.
11-8. You know, it's so difficult for us to actually predict on where things are going right now. Crush?
I'm not liking what Crush is bringing on the table. I'm not liking
Exactly,
this.
exactly. I'm just having my eyes on what his plan is, and you know what he is gonna do? It's a complete W. That's all.
That's right.
That's all that I feel he is gonna do right now. Look at that! Crush to start
Ooh.
things off once again. He shuts down SK. He had that economy to go in for that AK, but he does not
Oh,
want to do
B.
that. B. Through the smoke, he finds one more onto RSN. Pune 5 led down with two players, Never and Blur. What is the plan here on? Well, Blur goes down, and it's all down to Never being the last surviving player. Gets
Oh.
denied once again from the sides of B to end things all. I mean, the way it all started, as said, right? Crush with the plans that he had. We already predicted what this round more or less will be about. And look at the 12th rolling in for Retaliation. Crush, man, crazy lad he is. And he's been doing this continuously. He's sitting on top with 22 kills out of his name.
I mean, he's the fragger for his team, and he's continuously giving their performance again and again with the Macton just moving, aggressing towards side B. The smokes are going to be hindering, but that's for very less seconds because SK Joy. Oh boy. I feel that this guy might make a difference, but the Molly is just going to be making him run away from that position. Smart approach coming in from the side of RTN, trying to fake B, then make A. Good plans coming in from there, and then B continuously stinging down all of his enemies. He has made a really good statement at this point, and two players still unknown that the opponent have already rotated. They have no idea that this has even initiated, and Rav never good angles being held by his end. But at the end, the side A access has been gained from the side of RTN. An easy plant. But if this 1v1 goes bad, B has been taken down. Discount killer, the last man standing. Like I said, if this fight went bad, then Discount Killer will be stuck up all alone for a post-plan scenario, and SK Joy, the confident laddie, is already 20 kills on his name. He can make a difference. He can bring this round for the side of P5, but no,
Oh!
Discount Killer, what a smart way to end things. And that's how you get the 13th round rolling onto your favor. Retaliation, economy, well stacked, well packed. They can bring in all of those weapons yet again, bring in all of those utilities again. And Pune 5, the corner does look a bit sad because this is going to be the last buy. If they lose this, then loss bonus is not going to be giving them a lot of money.
This time it's been Pune 5 investing on two ops. Now let's see how much
Oh,
returns are they gonna get to start things off. Destroyer, the nice craze, but it's gonna be B who stings back Destroyer and takes him down there and there. 4v4 is what it goes down to, but the way B has been playing, it's actually
you
looking good
log.
to start things off. Once again, towards the banana is what the aggression is. These players are looking forward to make a B execution work in their favor. They've already aggressed so much. I mean, look at them having the sandbags in their control already. But both of these players, Blur, the way he's holding that angle, it's going to get a bit difficult. Never is already present inside the site as well. So the plans of RTN might just get shattered down if they do not. Oh, SKJ? Okay. The best of that position is what he definitely can get. But that one player who's still hindering down the side towards the welcome CD spawn, I would say SK Joy. He knew this and he waited for this opportunity. It gets converted for him, and now the numbers have already fallen for the side of Team RT. And Crush finds one out of SK Joy. He shuts him down. But again, here's the thing. Now that the site is completely under control, it's gonna be very difficult. Never crushes down Crush itself, but the bomb gets planted. Two remaining players, Discount Killer and Rivena. Will they be able to change anything? Holding two different corners inside the site itself, it's a bit difficult. And the sides of Pune 5, they do have one diffusal kit present. RSN, no, he gets
Oh,
denied. The Scout Killer finds the second one as well. And numbers are not in their favor. Blur being the last one to survive here on. I do not think it is going to be him clutching the situation, but rather backing off and going in for a save. But they do know what his position is. Blur finds one on two. Driven up, but
oh,
Discount Killer shuts it down. Goes down to the bomb, but does not matter anymore. They needed this round, they converted it. But Pune 5, why? The way it all, I mean, two up being invested at the CT side is one thing, but post plant, when it comes down to you having two ups, it's going to get very, very difficult. And that's something that happened. Team Retaliation, they are up with 14 rounds already, and they just need two more to end this all.
that's right. It was actually a very careless buy in the previous round. It was a class cannon op coming in from two players, Blur and RSL. They wanted to make an impact, but they couldn't. And right now, it's just Retaliation trying to just enter the site. A is all open. Three players, all stacked, trying to move in from the arches, but they're going to be meeting their fate real soon. But B trying to sting. He himself is going to be taken down. Ravana trying to shoot through the smoke. Wants to get one or two kills there. But at the end, it's going to be a save coming in from P5. Back to back rounds being favored for the side of Retaliation. Smart buys coming from their end, and P5, they're not able to maintain their economy. Never, Blur, Destroyer with $0 on their names, and the loss bonus is just going to be giving them 3400. That's pretty much it. They can bring in weapons, but they have to compromise onto those utilities. RSN, what a smart guy. Finding comfort in the T side. I hope you would spawn here and you could take down all of those terrorists, but no, you won't. You will be heading towards the CT spawn again and
Yeah.
trying to reset, trying to fortify what needs to be done. Blur did manage to squeeze in a FAMAS, nonetheless, which is not that great right in front of an AK-47. And on the other hand, Retaliation, all five well equipped with the AK-47s, utilities on the greater level, and B fake is soon gonna be made. C4 way behind towards the T spawn, trying to make a
Once
late
again,
round rotate.
again and again, too many rounds back and forth. We've been seeing the C4 at the T spawn directly. But hey, here's the thing. What executions are to be made? Blur holding that angle might just be a bit difficult for the sides of Retaliation to actually get inside the side. And the Widgeons have also been denied through the smoke. 18 seconds again to what they have to wait on to. But look at Banana as well. We do see one player just trying to go inside. Oh, to start things off, B is being denied, and the numbers game have been took in the hands of Team Pune 5 for now. They do have those numbers to play around with, but Retaliation, is there any plan that they have? I mean, come on, even if they do not get this round for themselves, they have enough of economy to have one in the next round itself. Few compromises being made. Let's see if they are able to capitalize over this round, but a B execution is what they are looking forward to right now. The pathway towards B is entirely being blocked with the smokes, with the mollies coming down to the line, flashes as well, getting it more
Oh,
and more difficult for the players to enter the side. But SK Joy and his positioning once again can be vulnerable. Yes, it is Destroyer and SK Joy. They managed to find two, and now it's all down to Discount Killer being the last one to survive. He finds one. Is he able to connect the second one? Oh,
oh,
oh, he is not. Arison comes up on top this time, shuts down Discount Killer, and that's the ninth one. Rolling in for the sides of Pune 5. Retaliation is up with 15. I have a deja vu feeling. Okay, Aiden. You remember what happened in the previous match?
don't worry, it's not gonna happen this time around because
Oh, okay. I
a
see you
tactical
being pretty
timeout is gonna be
confident.
used. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that Retaliation is having a game plan right behind their hands. They know what needs to be done. Tactical timeout being used, that means they are going to be utilizing all of those weaponries which they can squeeze out from the economy they have. Discount killer, why I feel he's going to be bringing in the op, and he might toss it around to one of his teammates. But all in all, they have a huge economy here. So we can see a lot of weapons coming in from their end. But on the other hand, Pune 5, last time we did see a lot of op setups coming in from their end, but this time it's nothing. It's all silence. And ARs is what they are going to be seeking comfort with, and Crazy going in all ham with that op. Let's see how this entire round pans out, because I'm pretty confident that RTN might squeeze in for their side.
It's a very important round, to be very honest. And I don't know how many times am I gonna say this, because I am a bit scared right now. I don't know why. If it's Pune 5 getting this round, Team Retaliation, be aware, my friend, be aware, because we have seen comebacks happening, and the comebacks were right from this score line itself. Craze!
Ooh.
Haha, a close one, but a missed one as well. Start things off. There have been a lot of util exchange, a lot of bullets being exchanged, but nothing to be precise. Oh, now Praise goes down to 15 of his health. He needs to be careful before going a bit aggressive, because he can easily be denied here on. The site entries are getting denied. Banana control is even in the hands of Team Pune 5 for now. Look at them. They do not want to give it over to the sides of Team RTN, and they will be aggressing more
Ooh.
towards the sandbag. So I do feel like
Late
retaliation
round.
is.
Late round rotates.
Oh, 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 never! He finds one, but Discount Killer in return takes down his own teammate. Ouch! Discount Killer does finds one more, but the way he just took down his own teammate, that has to hurt. 4v2 is what the situation is. Retaliation, not the best way. Not the best of what they are having on right now. Revena finds one onto RSN. He shuts him down there and there. But hey, both of them, they are low. 7 is what Revena has, crushes up with all that he needs, but SK Joy and his positioning. Look at him getting both onto his name. They shut him down, and Pune 5 gets one more round for themselves. 15-10. Retaliation, they do need one single round here on. It's just about that one single round that they need, and they are getting denied. Two back-to-back rounds that have rolled in for the sides of Pune 5, which means retaliation and their economy in this round. I feel going in for semi. Oh, no way. No way. Hayden, what is your take on what is done from the sides of Team Retaliation?
Oh, they have squeezed out whatever they could get, and it's going to be a rush gameplay coming in from there. And but everything can shatter. And Escalator can take in
No!
every single player, but he has only 2 kills on his name. And Crazy and Crush with Mary Cheese Blur can just end those hopes. A
No!
discount killer, what a way to hold those angles. 3v3 and a site that needs to be taken down as well. A post plant scenario has already been created. This is smart coming in from the side of RTN. A rush, and the approach has been spot on. 3 players remaining from the side of Pune 5. Destroy, never, RSN. They have to even enter the side. Go for the diffuser, but look at the crosses being held. Discount killer. Already 3 kills on his name. And Crazy to end things all. What a way. It was a semi-buy. And with that, they had capitalized it. They squeezed the last remaining dollar from their accounts, brought in those weapons, whether it be SMGs, whether it be an AR, they just capitalize so well. This is amazing, and discount killer. That positioning towards the pit section was so overpowering.
Yeah, it was. I mean, discount color was more like I do have a discount in my name, but I'm not gonna give it to you no
He's never
matter
gonna give
what.
it.
So, yeah, exactly. That's what he's been doing for now. But hey, again, the way Pune 5 has been playing, the way Retaliation have been playing, many mistakes made overall. To be very, very honest, many mistakes were committed in this entire map. And, we are gonna soon head towards the highlight as well to talk about it more. But Retaliation. I mean, the last round, I actually felt like they might just lose out of that one, but that definitely was not the case. Highlights, as I've been talking about it, A 1-1
See,
equalizer
here's
is
one
what
thing,
we have
Darshita.
witnessed. Yeah,
Here's one thing. I would like to
yeah,
just mention this one point. Retaliation didn't even come up with any of the strategies. It
yeah.
was all textbooks. They followed it up. They came in towards the end, and it was all the match point they had. And with those weapons they bought in the last round, they just thought one thing and one thing only: rush towards the site and then capitalize on it. And they very well did it. So I would like to just say one thing, that they are way too smart. This team is very smart. Hiding all of those cards, whichever they have in the deck, and then not showcasing their enemies. This is extremely smart. But all in all, Retaliation, the way they capitalized towards those end rounds, I thought they had a plan once they took their time out. They very well did, but after that, they seemed to have crumbled with it. But eventually, they made it. They made it to the semifinals.
They did. I mean, a lot of equalizers that we have witnessed in this overall map, 6-6, if I talk about this equalizer as well. A lot of them we have witnessed overall. But again, it all goes down to a point where, at a point of time, Pune 5 was not able to get their hands onto rounds back and forth. Crush, I mean, this specific round, three ops, three ops. I mean, I don't know.
And
I did.
yeah,
I did not even have my eyes on all these three players having those op, and as soon as as you said that, I was like, okay, wait, what? I need to actually see what these players are on to. And then this entire round just went so good for them having those three ops. They actually capitalized over that entire situation. And after a point of time, it was just more like Retaliation was gaining back to back rounds. No matter what situation it was, they knew how to capitalize over it.
that's right. And they very well did that as well. I've been spending 4,700, okay, 47, $4,750 just for that
Yeah.
weapon. They did go for a glass cannon op, and then later on, nothing was retrieved whatsoever. Pune 5 did make a lot of mistake with those economies, how to manage it. That was one thing which they were literally struggling on to controlling. But at the end, RT and the way they capitalized this particular round, last round is where everything went. SK Joy could easily get all of these players because they were literally running in like a train. He could have easily been a speed bump there, but at the end he couldn't. He could stop only two players, but what a way to finish things. Retaliation for the win. For the semifinals, they've already cut that ticket. They're going to be rolling down there real soon, and I'm actually excited on to seeing how the semifinal goes.
It's gonna be one hell of a show. Trust me. And on LAN, oh man. I mean, I am just ready. Just get 13 August as soon as possible so that we can witness this happening. I just cannot
Time
wait.
machine.
Mm, then it would be me giving leaks once again on who gets which
Oh boy,
map
no need.
and
I
a
don't
lot of
need it.
things.
Sorry, I don't
So
need it.
yeah,
I take back
I
my
know
idea. I
you.
take it back.
And also if we have any infernos in the semifinals and grand finals for you, so I don't think you will actually like that, so I would prefer not doing that and waiting for 13th of August so that we can actually witness this by ourselves and not give any leaks to each other. But again, jokes apart, the way this match has panned out to be, at a point of time it was pretty dominant towards the sides of Retaliation. It was like Pune
Yeah.
5, they were not able to do anything. They are all these strategies they were trying to go in were just stuck. At a point of time they were not able to capitalize over those rounds, and everything was just getting denied onto their ends. But I'm quite excited to look at the scoreboard as well. Oh, okay. As soon as I say
Individual
scoreboard, the
plays.
scoreboard
Let's
is right
see.
here.
The scoreboard has to say a lot. Retaliation. Oh my god, every single one of them has done the heavy lifting. It's an equal contribution coming in from every single one of the sides of Retaliation. Crush, B, Discount Killer, Ravana, and Crazy. This is the gameplay. But on the other hand, SK Joy, I mean, look at him. Sitting at 27 kills, the way he has performed is amazing. The FPR is 1.46. Oh boy, it would have hurted for him. Literally, I'm not even kidding at this point. Because every single time he was getting those kills, it was multiple, not even one or two. It was multiple, more than two kills, and literally making an impact for his own team. But at
Yep,
the end, retaliation, every single one of them stepping up, having the trade potential in this team is just massive.
it is. It definitely is. Talking about the MVP as well, I feel it's SK Joy if I'm not wrong. I mean,
Hmm.
1.46
Yes.
of FPR,
Yes. Yes.
113 of
Yes.
ADR, 27
100%.
kills. I do feel it is SK Joy. But as said, right, retaliation, the way they've been playing, the way they've been getting those rounds back to back, they have got themselves the ticket to the LAN, which is happening in Kochi itself. I mean, look at the assist from Revena. 7 assists onto his name. There's two player on the sides of Pune 5 as well. Never and Destroyer with six assists onto their name. I mean, the way they've been trying to help their teammates, it is looking good, but few mistakes made here and there, left and right, just would cause them a lot. SK Joy, if I talk about him more right now, to be very honest, the positioning that he was holding was so good. Every time, every time you see him, you'll see him holding some different corner, trying to go in for those booster spots, trying to hold a close range angle, trying to take his enemies down, and he was able to capitalize over everything. But again, things did fell apart at the later stages, and in the second half it was completely difficult for them. Crush, Craze, all these lads, I mean, crazy people out there, but SK Joy, yeah, being the MVP as
Very well
such.
deserved. Well deserved MVP. I mean, he did a lot for his team. 27 kills onto his name and a rating of 1.46. This is good.
Yeah.
But at the end, the difference was made. Retaliation every single time had the trading potential, had the fracking potential as well. And at the end, what a way to end things with a rush. A clear rush towards site A, and after that, capitalizing the very spot, which is the pit area. It is the best spot in that particular site. So, I mean, kudos to SK Joy on getting the MVP, and
Mm-hmm.
congratulations, Retaliation, on securing the ticket for the semifinals.
Oh, as you were talking about tickets, if you think how can we register and how can we get the ticket, well, the players are getting the tickets by playing and by qualifying, but you can get the tickets by scanning this QR code. So there you go. 13th August 2023, Kochi Marriott Hotel is where the location is. The QR code is right present onto your screen. All you need to do is take your cell phones out, scan the QR code, and register yourself. Also, if you do not want to get into the scanning process and everything, you can just scroll down towards the description and you'll find a registration link present there through which you can definitely register yourself. So you got a lot of opportunity and a lot of ways to register yourself and be there at the Kochi LAN on 13th of August. I mean, I do feel sad
That's
for
right.
myself and my co-caster that we aren't able to make it there and meet
Hey,
all
hello.
of
I'm
you
not sad.
people.
I'm not sad, Darshita. I'm
I am.
happy.
So the only reason I wanted to make it towards the LAN, the first things first, it
Mhm.
was all about the Alienware booths present there. I wanted to, actually
I
have
mean,
my
if you
hand-on
are going to be
experiences with those
casting,
laptops.
how can you head towards the
Uh
booth?
I have time in between to actually head towards the Alienware booth. Okay, so and I
Uh
will do
huh.
that before the event starts. After the event ends, anywhere in between, I cannot miss the opportunity to have my hand-on experience with the laptops. Also, we'll be having so many content creators all around. So I wanted to meet them. I wanted to ask them few questions that I do have in my mind. Also, with that, I'm missing out of something. Oh yeah, the crazy people out there, the crowd. I mean, who does not want to be a part of such a crazy crowd? We witnessed it in Pune, we did in Coimbatore as well. So I am missing on to a lot, to be very honest.
That's right. And these things, come on, how can we not miss it? All you have to do is scan the QR code, get your free ticket. That's it. And be there. Book the date, 13th August. All you have to do is that and be there at the Marriott Hotel.
You need to. But hey, ah, it's sad time again. Yeah, it's time to say a goodbye because today's goodbye is gonna be very hard for us because we will be seeing you guys directly on 13th now. So it's gonna be a bit difficult for us to actually say a bye. But again, we are excited for the semifinals and the grand finals. So we'll be taking a leave right now and preparing for the grand finals and the semifinals. So thank you so much for everyone who has tuned in. You guys have the opportunity to be there, scan, and make sure to be present there. Thank you so much. And also to mention it once again, all our partners, all our sponsors, thank you so much for being there with us. I mean, Alienware, Intel, and our talent partner Maverick. Thank you so much for being there with us and making this event a huge success. But that's about it from my side. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead.